Jake Vanderpleit will be in the middle for the Parrots, along with Aaron Heppel wearing the number 59, and Tom Marriott, the beast that he is, as this game is about to get underway right here on TRFM. It is the round one, Traralgon Leongatha. It's Willis and Strong, and Willis got his first hand on it, then got crunched. Handball squeezed out the back there to Forrest. His left foot kick goes to half forward. Lopez will lead the chase. Bounces there in front of Verboon. Couldn't quite get it. Verboon jumps on the Traralgon defender. The umpire said you had an opportunity, and there'll be a free kick. It's going to Matt Borshman across the half-back flank for the Parrots.
So from right half-back, he goes short inboard, finds the big man, finds him nicely too in Willis. So an impact early for Willis, who's a bit of a confidence player. He goes short and wide and poor and turns the ball over, and all of a sudden the Maroons are into attack through Reid. First game of the day, and through LaPraise, and he'll kick to the top of the square. Can he find Happy? No, he doesn't need to, because Neocleus takes the mark to 50 metres out, plays on quickly, poor kick off the boot, or through the goals, nice start from a bad kick from Willis, and all of a sudden the Maroons are on the scoreboard with a goal. Nice work.
It was great work and great turnover work there by the Maroons. It was great to see Dylan Lopez, who initially gave away the free kick, and Chris Verboon is now his direct opponent for the afternoon. The unfortunate thing is he coughed it up. They get the free kick, Leongatha, but the turnover was fantastic, and Lopez was left alone inside 50. He was able to find I'm not even going to try and say it, Neocleus.
I've got it now, Neocleus.
But he's tried the old AFL snap, which has only gone about a metre high, but luckily there was no one in the square to cut it off. But the first goal to Traralgon.
And that's after 1 minute on the LB forklift scoreboard.
Willis again taps it straight down at Marriott's throat. Gives it back to Willis, but he threw it. And no, the umpire said a high tackle will come back towards the middle of the ground. Tom Marriott
let that go a little bit. Scud too. They had full flight there in Leongatha. They've just stopped the play a little bit now.
So Tom Marriott right in the middle of the ground has an option there in Mackie. Decides not to go there short. Kicks it towards inside forward 50. They go over the head of a couple. Nice lead out. And it's Hume, I think, taking that one down, sliding down low. And Jack Hume, a promising young Parrot that he is.
He was really exciting in 2019. He bopped up for a couple of senior games. He dominated the thirds competition then as well, and it was a renowned goal kicker. I'll back him in here too, Scud.
He's got the breeze coming from the left to right. He's get the Puds Bar end of the ground at the showground. Starts it to the right. It's going to drift that way. Gets to the teeth of the goals. Strong couldn't quite mark it. In the goal square it is. The umpire says we'll ball it up.
Was that just one of those lob kicks? I'll put it to the top of the square.
He didn't kick with any intent, did he?
No, there wasn't.
Not really. All right, a couple of metres out from the Leongatha goals. They're kicking to the left of your radio, or the scoreboard end here at Traralgon Rec Reserve. Spills out 30 metres now from goals as Traralgon try to apply some pressure. Nicely done it was from Stockdale, who weaved his way through the pack, fed it off to Little, whose left foot kick unfortunately finds the boundary line the wrong side of, and it's out of bounds on the full. 75 metres from home, Leongatha on right half forward flank, starting to threaten to go into attack again.
So the kick, Brodie Easton's the one who puts it inside forward 50 again. Maskell with the target, couldn't mark. Good spoil over the top there was from Ty Hourigan, who will be a good solid inclusion into this defensive side for the Maroons. Strong player. We've travelled 3 minutes on the LV forklifts and Wacanoisin scoreboard. Sees the Maroons lead by 6 points. Harvey Neocleus being the goal scorer there as the ball comes back in. Willis, big tap out, clears the congested area. Jacobson was down at ground level, lost the football. Umpire says there's a free kick in the back, and it's going the way of the Maroons. Looks to be Matt North. Hard up against the point post.
He is, so it goes towards the outer side of the ground. You can assume the ball might spend some time there today. Fairly strong breeze pushing towards that side of the ground. Nicely done by Best. Feeds it along to Happy, Jeff McDonald. Dances around 1-2, can't beat the boundary. So basically outer side wing, centre wing, there'll be another boundary throw-in. One of many today, we'd expect. The score, 2.5 minutes in, 1 goal to Traralgon. Leongatha yet to score. A number of forward 50 entries from the visitors, but at this stage haven't threatened the scoreboard.
So Willis at the back just grabs it out and then kicks it high up in the air. Over the back, is it Marsh? It is. It looks to be Tate Marsh, who can take the mark just inside the field of play, slows things up. Looks down the line. He gets called to play on now. They led it by 6 to the Maroons, and standing tall there was Matt North again on the far wing. Just held up in the breeze. He swings around. Right foot kick goes in the direction of Happy McDonald. And Marks does it. Yes, he does. Free kick or mark. Take it either way. So McDonald has it. He's 60 metres out from goals. He handles on quickly. Got it towards Daniel Reid. His wobbly kick inboard is marked by, in the last line there was
Forrester, maybe?
Was it Heppel, I think it was?
Heppel. Squares a kick up to the last line of defence where Jackson Harry had it. Goes back out to the far pocket, and it's Westaway for the Parrots. Slowing things up. Chips it over the top. They're taking their time with the Parrots. Willis takes the mark in the end uncontested.
Geez, he's covering some ground, Willis, at the moment.
Top of the 50. Defensive 50, that is. Chips it out wide. Who ran on there was Westaway, who takes the mark, unopposed.
Happy to go short, aren't they?
They certainly are at the moment.
Wide.
Do they look for the switch? They might do that. They go to Harry. Holds up. They've got some numbers if they can get it out this near side. Are they going to move it quickly? Now they do eventually. Forrester was the one that went out there for him. It gets to Forrester now. Have they got one over the top onto the wing area? A little short little kick. Baboon has it. Half-back flank. Drives it to half-forward in the directions of Jurek. Gets to the back, does Jurek. Goes at ground level. Nice little handle out. Here's Heppel for the first time. Handled neatly to Maskell. Gets it aboard to Jurek again. His right foot outside banana kick's going to be picked off by Matt North.
And that's when Leongatha let themselves down there. And there's just a little bit of slow play. Jurek was on his own probably for a minute or so. They couldn't get the ball over the top just for that little chip play.
So North goes to Little, who in turn turns it over to his teammate in Stockdale. And now Collison has the ball, defensive 50. Nice kick, threads one through, finds McMahon, plays on quickly, or does he? Umpires held it up, 50 metre penalty. So Collison will take the ball, or in fact McMahon will take the ball off out. Flank plays on and caught with the ball.
Blindside.
So all of a sudden, attack turns into defence, and Easton turns the ball over nicely, and Little takes that, goes left, and they're back into attack through Reid. Left half forward flank, competing hard was Matt North, and he takes a nice mark, left half forward flank, but still 80 metres from goal.
For Gippsland, Zuzi, best on ground performer. Matt North has been in everything, and well, Chris Westaway's been pretty handy back there as well. The switch again, gets it out wide to Jacob Lammers. His kick towards Jurek, it lets it bounce in front. He's got some company there with Marsh, has he? And they get to the boundary line, over it goes, and it was Cade Marsh. And the new recruit for the Parrots, Luther Jurek.
Let's just talk about the conditions at the moment. I think it may be a little bit of feeling out too, the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game, but a little bit sloppy with their skills. They're just feeling themselves out at the moment too. It's a little bit of kick to kick between the square at the moment.
So blustery conditions. Willis competes with Strong. Leongatha follow the ball through Heppel. Goes through the corridor. Nicely done too. Good kick to Travis Nash. Swinging on the left, straight down the guts. Meeting it nicely though was Daniel Reid. Under pressure, clears, but only 30 metres. It's good enough to find McMahon, whose left foot kick flees along the ground, and taken it was by, I reckon it was Marsh in the end, and now Little turns it over, and I tell you what, they're in a spot of bother here. Well, but it was a beautiful defensive play by Tom North, who got a fish to it, and they may get themselves out of bother with a little bit of room to wiggle through. Cade Marsh holds it up. Got Collison as a short option, goes along the line. Ambler, risky move. No, North. It was Matt North, who took a good strong mark under pressure. Plays on to Collison. Wants to get rid of it quickly because of the pressure he's under. Gives ground, keeps possession, and Cade Marsh, centre wing. I reckon it might find the boundary. It does. Right in front of the TRFM commentary position, Paul Carter.
Matt North running hot. He's taken 4 marks, had 5 kicks. We're at the 8.5 minute mark of this first quarter.
Well, boundary throw in, centre wing, and the Oakleys has a spell coming on. Here's the ball back into the play. Strong just got worked underneath by Willis. No one really got a hand on it. Working hard was Jordan Easton, but Traralgon flick it out. Best is in pursuit, couldn't get there. Kim Drew for the first time, got one over the shoulder, got dumped in a Jake Best tackle. And the free kick will go to Drew. Goes inboard dangerously. Lopez there, nearly picked it off. Heppel, though, in a tight space, did well. Gave it to Marriott. Swept it on board to Harry. Great little smother there by Jacobson. They might be away now, the Maroons. It was McMahon who got a hand on it. Out to Marsh. This is Tate. Steps inboard around Harry. Right foot kick. Goes inside forward 50. Happy's there. One-handed mark, and McDonald's taken it. Woo. The excitement machine that he is from the NT. And that's an absolute cracker of a mark. 9.5 minutes in. Is he too far out to score, boys?
Yeah, I'd say so where he is with that pocket.
He's going to have to kick it a good 48 metres, so he chips it off. The lead presents Dylan Lopez. Takes the mark. Worse angle, but a little bit closer to goal. as Happy decides to come off, and I have had it approved. Of
We
course,
can call him Happy.
Jeffrey McDonald, we can call him Happy.
And just talking about Happy too, he's happy to go that one-on-one, and he uses his backside really well. It's twice now that he's used the one hand and plucked the mark.
As Lopez kicks it long, hard and strong, the right to left with the breeze goes straight through the middle.
Traralgon's just taken advantage of the errors that Leongatha are making. I mean, both sides have made their fair share of mistakes, but it's just the Traralgon side at the moment who just seem to have that little bit of more control, and they're using their ball a lot better inside 50.
And we have 2 goals on the board, both to Traralgon. 2 goals straight, 12, 10-minute mark of the first quarter, and that's on the LV forklift scoreboard.
Do you reckon we can sing that? 'Cause I'm happy.
Yeah, you can.
You can, mate. Half time, it's all yours.
There's a big moment for you, thanks to Monticello's. We've got that on tape now. Carlton Dry Stubbies only $43. Jack Daniel cans 5 for 20.
So it'll be Strong v Willis in the centre of Traralgon. Well done, Strong. Got hands to the ball. Can he find a teammate? Went searching for Farley, couldn't find him. They've got numbers, though, Maroons around the ball. Can they win it? Maybe taken high it was. Free kick against Ambler. It'll go the way of Leongatha's Kim Drew. Inside the centre square. Kick to the top of the square. Might go out the back. It does. Jacobson's the first player there. He's going to go short on his right. Nice leg under pressure. And around the body finds Cade Marsh.
So defensive 50, Cade goes short. Inside 45 kick, nice to Connor Ambler. Slows things up. The inside 45 kick is the one that can open up the game. He comes towards the near side, the boundary line side in front of the change rooms at Traralgon. And over the back, should have marked that one. Unfortunately, Harry dropped it. Now West away, sweeps a handball inboard to Heppel. Half-back flank, nice little kick. Does it get to Borshman and it's turned over? Forrester's there. He's got 2 to beat. Doesn't quite get a handball to a teammate, but he does well, does Forrester, to follow it up. Borshman got it. Handball over the top. And there's a free kick going over the shoulder. It's going to go to Kim Drew. The advantage was paid though. Jack Vanderplot goes inside forward 50. Couldn't quite mark it. Mascow gave us handball that missed the target. Allowed Marsh to repel. And now McMahon, there's good pressure out there from both sides. There's Jurek under a little bit of pressure. Marsh goes to then again. But the free kick will go to a throw. And they move it on quickly. Borshman bangs it in, Pop.
He does. Top of the square. They got the sit. They can't take the mark. First play down. Kick off the ground. Nice work it was by Nick Nagel. Beautiful work. Dubious free kick, left half forward flank, doesn't matter now. Goes against Traralgon on that occasion. So they hit the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon, Paul Carter.
Yep.
And bringing the margin in Traralgon's favour back to 6 points. It's 2 goals straight Traralgon, 1 goal straight Leongatha on the LV forklift scoreboard. 12.5 minutes played, first quarter.
That was just an opportunist goal. Nagel was in the right spot. The ball carried just over the pack and he kicked it off the ground for a good goal. But they're not forced errors. The errors that they're making is just simple, silly handball, not received, intercepts. We've just got to see that improve a lot today.
Back to the middle I go. Jackson Harry will take his work in the ruck. Got high, but I'll give it to Strong. Squirts out towards Heppel. Had 2 tacklers, no prior opportunity. As Leongatha swing another player on, number 27, that we don't have on our list. There's another jumper change. As the ball up is not going anywhere.
Yeah, Scud, Traralgon are playing that loose man. Hooligan's just playing loose inside Leongatha's 50 at the minute. So they've gone a little bit defensive as well. They're considering that the Leongatha side are kicking to a scoring end.
Well, we've got a free kick in the middle of the ground. And it's going to go to Vanderplot.
Free kick to 8-1 Leongatha's way.
Yeah, they've certainly had the rub of the green. As Vanderplot has it on the wing, decides to kick it long and high to the top of the 50. Flying out the back, Jack Hume in the front spot, can't quite mark it, ground level. Trying to get a handball out, numbers everywhere there for the Maroons. North got a squeezing handball out to Reed. He's had plenty of it early, gave it to Strong, he just belted on his boot. Clears the area, over the back was Baboon, in front was Lopez, no one claimed it. The umpire said play on. Quick kick by Corey Stockdale, went towards Best. He's now wearing the Maroons Guernsey. Overrunning it there was Forrester. A quick kick goes back in there from Westaway.
Nice.
But Matt North took the mark. The umpire didn't pay it. What? Comes to ground now. Chance for Leongatha. Collison was there. Squeezed a handball out the back to Reed. Taps it in the direction of Jackson McMahon. Gets a handball further forward to Strong, who just kicks it high again. Doesn't go too far. 2 Leongatha players spoil each other. And they didn't need to. The umpire said, we're going to give you the free kick anyway.
Paul Carter, what the free kick? Yeah, I was going to ask the question too.
9-1 Leongatha's way, free kicks.
So 9-1 Leongatha's way, 12-6 on the scoreboard. Traralgon's way. Jackson Harry with the ball goes short. works his way inboard. Now in the record, this player is listed as Colby Michael, so we'll go with it until we're corrected. Colby Michael now dances around his opposition player and from inside the square kicks to within 30 metres, right forward pocket. Can he find a winner? He can't.
Every time Leongatha have gone inside 50, it's the big long kick in.
So North gets another touch. He's been busy, probably one of the better players on the ground. Handball's outside 50. Can't find a teammate. It's not under pressure. The umpire will have to clear this one out. On the boundary line, it'll be thrown up by the field umpire. Boundary umpire just a couple of metres away. The forward 50 for Leongatha about 10 metres away. And just repeating that score, we're 15 minutes into the first quarter. Traralgon 2 straight goals, Leongatha 1 straight goal. And we'll now have a boundary throw in.
First quarter action of the Gippsland League brought to you by LV Forklifts and Gippsland Wackanoisin. Scissor lifts, booms and forklifts. You can catch them in Standing Drive in Traralgon from LV Forklifts. You can check them out online as well. As this ball comes back into play in the first quarter. 15 and a half minutes gone, the margin 6 points.
10-1 free kicks.
Yep, goes Leongatha's way again. Kick goes inside forward 50. No one can really in the front spot there marking that was Jordan Easton. So Easton now has it. He's on the really tough pocket to put this one through. The breeze coming directly into his face. They trail by 6 points to the Parrots. Your right footer starts it in the right spot. Hasn't quite got the distance. Maskell tried to fly 4 deep and couldn't quite do so. Minor score on the LV Forklift scoreboard.
That's the first miss for the day, taking Leongatha to 1-1-7. They trail Traralgon by 5 points. They're 2 straight 12.
So Harrigan gets his first touch, or one of them for the day. Finds Ambler eventually. Just outside defensive 50. Looks inboard. Risky kick to find Collison, was it? No. I reckon the player is Stockdale again. Nice take under pressure. Inboard. He finds McMahon, who feeds it off. The kick was smothered on Little, and now they've got a turnover, but for how long? Traralgon have got the numbers and they win the ball. Can they find a teammate? They can. It's Little again who backs up and gives some numbers. Some of the skills under pressure and in tough conditions are still a little bit poor as Leongatha go forward through Drew. Dangerous kick. Needs a good bounce, and it could be another.
Oh, well done.
No. Nicely done it was by Ty Harrigan, who spills the ball through for a behind. Leongatha edge closer, Paul.
1-2-8 on the LV Forklift scoreboard. Traralgon 2 straight 12.
Kick out of fullback goes to Corey Stockdale. Only the short kick though. Chips it over the top, looking for McMahon in the front spot. Can't quite mark it. Leongatha got the numbers. Handball 1-2. Goes back to Lamers. Gets it out wide now to Nick Nagel. Puts it on its way. And Nagel puts it through as Leongatha now take the lead with Nagel's first goal, second goal of the afternoon.
It just makes a difference when you work your ball inside 50 methodically rather than trying to rush the ball in. Every time Leongatha, it'll be interesting to see what their inside 50s are for this quarter. They're just bombing it in, hoping for the best, and relying on Maskell or Nagel to be up in the air and trying to take the big grab. They got that at ground level again, and they put through their second goal of the afternoon.
So when you've got a playing coach, it becomes difficult. The playing coach trying to get the attention of the bench at the moment. He's inside forward 50, but no one's got their eye on the coach.
Timmy's just watching his phone.
Here we go. The water boy has told the trainer to get out to the coach.
Well, that's actually Michael Geary, who's not playing this afternoon.
But Timmy's right there, number 2.
And Timmy Sexton, of course.
Thank you.
So the ball edge forward out of the centre from Traralgon, but only went as far as Brody Easton, who goes towards the outer side of the ground. Maybe Patullo has the ball. Just short of outer side wing for Leongatha. He goes short again. So they've done this a little bit today, the Parrots, haven't they? They're not scared to go sideways or go forward short, try to weave their way through the zone of Traralgon. But that, as you say, Boxer, was a good hit as Leongatha now will burst inside forward 50 again, but the kick was poor. It'll be a turnover, Boxer.
Lucky I've got no hair.
You'd be pulling it out?
Yeah, right now. It's just frustrating to watch the way they're bringing the ball inside 50. They need to structure a little bit better than what they're doing right now.
So Collison with the ball now. Kick under pressure around the body. Poor turnover. In danger. But again, Traralgon have got the numbers. Hit the ball hard was Jens, but couldn't take that ball. Free kick. Traralgon's way. I think from memory, Paul Carter 10-2.
That is 10-2, you're correct.
And inside 50s for Leongatha, Paul?
13-4.
Wow.
And they've had the last 9.
The Oakleys kicks it out towards the wing area. Couldn't quite mark it out there was Best. Ground level was Marsh. Kicks around his body.
North again.
And taking a strong mark is Matt North. true centre wing area. Looks to come in board, no real options, so decides to play on. Get it towards Happy, and he presents nicely outside 50. Takes the mark, looking for someone to lead at him. Waiting for someone to present. They all go back. Now he plays on. They're still stagnant back there. Leongatha got some numbers, and it should favour them. Matt North was the one, and he's got a free kick. Well, Matt North stood amongst 4 Leongatha players then. He was the only one that really won the football. He came from about 15 metres away.
He had his back to the ball. He actually turned around and it sort of fell into his lap and got hit in the front. So,
I tell you what, Happy's been good too. 3 marks from memory, and I reckon he's had 3-4 entries himself.
Yep.
So he's been a good contributor. One-on-one, he's yet to be beaten.
So Matt North comes in. They trail by 2 points to the Maroons. North starts at left and stays left, and the wind takes it. I think the breeze is going towards the scoreboard into the ground, so Traralgon kicking into this breeze, Paul.
And it's 2-1-13 on the forklift scoreboard to Traralgon, 2-2-14 Leongatha, the Parrots 5 points.
So Harry brings the ball back in, taken high. Friendly fire, Jacob Lemers on the left half-back flank. Left leg goes inboard. Happy got his fingertips to it, couldn't bring it in. Reading it nice was Aaron Heppel. Kicks to half forward. 2-1-1 contest. Jacobson fights hard. Has to chase down Nagel. Going for his third. And he has got his third. Nice work, Nick Nagel.
that was a magic moment of the afternoon. He's done it 3 from 3 now, where he's hit the ball at ground level. He's a big lad too, so he's found a little bit of toe on his opposite foot. You got to respect the kick, because if you know that what the conditions are like here today, it's pretty tough out there. A great snap from about 40 out and gives the Parrots their third.
And that takes Leongatha's lead now to 7 points at the 21-minute mark of the first quarter. LV Forklift scoreboard has the Parrots at 3-2-20, leading Traralgon 2-1-13.
Well, we've had a couple of great games. Last week it was Troy Harley on fire for the Wonthaggi side. This week Nick Nagel's got 3 first quarter goals.
That's that first name, isn't it? Nick.
So Willis will go up against Tom North, who goes to the ruck now. But Willis clearly got his hand on it. Couldn't quite get it outside the centre circle though, trying to bust his way through. On that occasion was Connor Ambler. And the umpire said holding the ball, and a free kick will go to Aaron Heppel.
These guys weren't umpiring
Kick
last
was
night's
smothered.
game as well, were they?
Heppel gave a handball out wide towards Easton, went backwards to Harry. Harry got it inside forward 50, going to fly from the back. Bushman couldn't quite mark. Free kick in the back, and it will go the way of Ty Hurigan.
Why?
Got it out to Jacobson. Question is why, Boxer?
Well, he never used
Collison.
his hands. He had his knees in his back and he had the ball in his hands and he got the mark.
Disregard those last couple of touches, Paul Carter, because the ball's coming back towards Connor Little.
Okay.
So Connor Little decides to get it towards that wing area on the far side of the ground. No one can mark it. The wind took it away. Goes close to the boundary line in front of Cade Marsh. Boundary throw. 22-minute mark. Leongatha 3-2-20. Traralgon 2-1-13.
Sorry, Scott. So obviously the clear message from Jake Best is defensively we're playing to the left. All the way up the ground. Just kick down the line, kick down the line.
Well, it's a tough way home though for Leongatha, and you've seen that they've tried to change directions defensively, the Parrots, to bring it grandstand side to help their cause going forward at the moment. I reckon Traralgon may have earned themselves a free kick. I thought it was a bit lucky, but anyway, taken low.
Yep.
Hit the ball hard, but took the player with him. So you'll find Brodie Easton will get the free kick. It was there.
Yeah, that was the rule. That's why it's brought in. I think that one. He sort of just kamikaze into it.
To protect the player too.
Short kick goes backwards. Found Marriott, who comes back inboard again towards Jake Mackey. He can square it out. Leongatha like to switch this one. Travis Nash has it. He's got another one on board. Just slipping over is Luther Jurek. Over the back though there was Borshman to try and come and help out. He didn't have the football as Hurigan tackled him.
Free kick count, Paul Carter.
13-2, isn't it?
13-4.
Borshman gave it to Drew, drove it inside forward 50. Here is again, Nagel's got 2 to beat now. It gets to the back. Here's Aaron Heppel, runs in, dribbles it along the ground, and Heppel's got his first for season 2021 for the Parrots.
Yeah, they've been dangerous at ground level. You know, I've been critical of the way they've been bringing the ball inside their 50, but every time they've scored it from ground level, and another great goal there for the Parrots.
Taking Leongatha to 4-2-26 on the LV Forklift scoreboard. 13-point lead over Traralgon, 2-1-13.
I'll quickly just go around the grounds quickly for Harvey Norman Furniture in the AFL. It's just about half time there, and it's the Bulldogs 7-6-48. They lead the Brisbane Lions 3-4-22.
What are you seeing, Poppy?
Well, I'm seeing a side that's probably dropped its bundle a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't think we're going to get a fair indication of just where this game sits until half time.
Yep.
We can work out whether or not this ground is favouring one side or the other.
I think it is. I think Leongatha is certainly kicking with I'd give it a 2-goal breeze, I reckon.
All right, Ambler got a handball out. It goes towards Jacobson now. They're going the wrong way, the Maroons, at the moment, but they have possession. Jacobs' kick on the left hand, on his left boot, though, unfortunately didn't hit the mark, so out of bounds, and it will go Lemur's way with a free kick on the outer side of the ground.
As it comes into Mackie, his little kick goes out wide towards Brodie Easton. He's hard up on the boundary line. He's 60 metres out from goal. Lots of numbers inside forward 50, so he swings around. Left foot kick goes to the hot spot. Jacobson was there and takes the uncontested mark in the defensive 50. 25 and a half minutes gone. It is a 13-point margin, that kickboxer.
Yeah, it was way off too. He's had a bit of work done over the COVID period, young Jacobson. I can't even recognise him anymore. He's fully inked up. Have a look at him. Okay. Every leg, every arm, done.
Fair enough too. I thought you were more going with the girth area.
No, that's us, mate.
Okay. Yep. Drives it back inside forward 50. Poppies gives a free kick. The advantage was paid. They blew the whistle, play the advantage. How can that be advantage, guys? I cannot see it. He's already kicked it. Didn't want to kick it, and they call advantage. He didn't even know the free kick had occurred.
Wait a minute, what's going on?
It's called touch down here now. I'm not sure.
We've got a minor score.
So it is at point.
2-2-14, the Traralgon score. They trail by 2 goals straight. They get a 4-2-26. LB Forklift scoreboard, 26 and a half played in the first quarter.
So, Boxer, you get paid the free kick, and you've already kicked the ball, and then they call advantage. You didn't even know that it was a free kick.
Yeah, and I don't know what they think when they know that. If there's other umpires in the play, you can actually hold it up and say, you've made a mistake, we need to bring it back.
So they go short, and Collison's the player with the ball. Importantly now as Traralgon try to work their way out of defensive 50. They haven't seen a lot of their forward 50 today. They've made the most of limited opportunities. We'll get those forward 50 entries later. 4-3 to 2-1. Leongatha leading, kind of little towards the outer side. Mark paid, no, play on's the call. Traralgon still at the fall of the ball and fighting hard. Spills out. Leongatha thread it through under pressure. Quick hands and off they go. Taking hard was Drew. Gets rid of the ball. They're nice dances around. Geez, good take, and they find a man short. They can. And I reckon it's Jack Hume, is it?
Hume. Yep.
So let's see whether or not this kick for goal isn't better than his last opportunity, where he just seemed to bomb it to the top of the square. He's probably kicking into the teeth of a stiff breeze.
He's got to use that full length of his leg this time.
So he kicked from 40 metres on a 45-degree angle. The Parrots are up by 14 points. Could be extended to a dangerous 20 off the boot. No, not nice.
No.
In fact, pretty poor.
Probably out of half a leg then, Poppy, I reckon.
Out of play on the full. So the Maroons will get another opportunity to go forward, but they're not finding much from half forward, are they, at the minute?
Not at all. While they're trying to find the ball in the AFLW, it's prelim final day today, and it's the Adelaide Crows. They take on Melbourne, and it's the Crows 1-1-7. They lead the Demons only 3 points.
That's a 14-point lead to Leongatha in the shadows of quarter time. 28 and a half play. 4-3 to Traralgon 2-1.
That's on your LV Forklift scoreboard, and Gippsland Whackanoyson has a good smother deep in the 50, and Nagel's going to give away a free kick here, and it might be reversed, is it? No. Could have nearly been reversed. McMahon had it, goes inboard to Reed, gives a squirting handball off to the runner in Little, as the siren sounds for quarter time, and that just about does it. 28 and a half minutes it went. First quarter action of Gippsland Live, all thanks to LV Forklifts. Sees Leongatha 4-3-27.
Trail to TTU, 4 straight goals, 24.
I think, Poppy, you're exactly right with we just won't know with a lot of these scores, even the around the ground ones, which way the winds are going. There's a big breeze down there at Ted Summit Reserve. We've got a pretty strong one here at the showgrounds as well. So second quarter action coming up for you as Willis and Strong take the ruck duties. I'll give it to Willis again. Heppel's there, quick left foot kick. Jacobson off the back, little fumble, was able to gather and then chip a kick away. Got in the hands there of Reed. He squares it to the middle, turnover. as picked up by Marriott, squares it out wide looking for Jurek. Missed it though.
He did. So Tate Marsh took the mark at a side wing. Jacobson on his haunches at the moment. Maybe got the wing taken out of him. Marsh goes short. He finds a teammate, he can. It was only just the 10 metres. Not sure who the player is. Could be Ambler. I'm having a guess there.
I think it is over there.
You reckon?
Yep.
So Stocky from right half back to right half forward. LaPraise was the target, couldn't find that player. It's cut off nice by Patullo, who goes inboard. And the Parrots is trying to go forward through Drew now. Plays on quickly with that man stuck on the mark. The Parrots have done it nicely. Inside their forward 50 already through Maskell. Kicks to the top of the square. 2-on-1. Needs to find a rush behind. And Stevenson does exactly that. So they hit the scoreboard early in this second quarter.
4-4-28, Leongatha on the Gippsland Live scoreboard. Traralgon 2-1-13.
Jackson McMahon has the kick-in duties for the Maroons. Plays on, goes to the far side. No surprise there. The breeze going across the ground here in Traralgon. No one can mark it. Quick chain of hand ball. Nicely done out there from the Maroons. They squeeze it to Reed, who quickly plays on. The runner was Ambler. Right foot kick towards half forward. Lopez backpedaling. Couldn't quite mark it. Baboon was back there for the Parrots. Happy to see it go over for a boundary throw in. 2 minutes in, no score, and still, one behind scored. They now lead it by 15 points to the Parrots.
So 65 metres from home are the Maroons, with Strong trying to reach over the top of Willis. Couldn't quite get the ball.
Good tackle.
At ground level, the ball was won. Play on was the call. Maybe a good tackle was the right result as Ambler gets taken off the ball, plays for the free kick, gets the free kick. Not sure it was there, but we'll take it. Just to even it up, it's back to about 14-6 now. Ambler from right half forward flank kicks to the within 30 metres of his goals, looking for his coach. He's outnumbered 3-1, and as a consequence, it's cleared by Aaron Heppel with a 55-metre kick towards the outer side of the ground. Marsh picks up the crumbs. Can he find Strong, who has to sit and wait? Thought he was taken without the ball, but dropped what he should have taken anyway. So there'll be a boundary throw in right half forward flank, outer side of the ground, with the Maroons kicking to the scoreboard end, left of radio. The home side trailing by 15 points.
Yeah, Best made a really good lead then too, and just one of his teammates there just got in the hole and blocked what would have been a good lead.
Willis tapped it over the back. There was a quick kick there by Heppel. Got the half forward. Jacobson goes to ground. Hume got tackled when he didn't have the football. Umpire said play on. Well done by Ty Hurrigan. Got a handball out. It was picked off though. Now Hume is on the end of this one. Left foot kick goes to Nagel. Yench with a big spoil and the second bite. You'll pay that. That's a mark. First one the fist. The second one the diving mark. Defensive 50 goes short. Found Collison. Can come inboard on the 45 to McMahon if he wants to. Decides not to. Goes long towards the wing. The target will be Strong. Willis is there. Goes through the hands of Strong. Attacking it hard was Marsh. Good tackle by Baboon to hold up that forward thrust. And we'll have a boundary. We'll have a ball up just inside the field of play, 80 metres around from Traralgon's goal.
Yeah, Leongatha's pressure's been tremendous. I think their tackling has come to the party today too. They're really playing some strong tackles.
So Leongatha 4-4, Traralgon 2-1. It's a margin of 15 points favouring the visitors as they try to work their way off defensive 50. Willis will have the kick. It'll be brought back to him. He was busy in the first 10 minutes of this game, but just even since. Has a look inboard to see where he can go. Wants to go short, you get the feeling, and he does. Goes short. Happy gives his man just a bit too much room, and Verboon, you don't want to be doing that too often. Happy stands on the mark. Verboon goes back to where it was, but a diving mark was taken by Kim Drew. Left half back flank. They've had 3 or 4 possessions and gone nowhere at this stage.
They've got some numbers. They want to switch it.
He's telling the man to go back behind the mark.
Don't you just call play on?
I would have thought so, but umpires are really enjoying
I thought he might have been having a shot. Just
the control they've got at the minute.
Marriott.
The umpire's called play on now. Player's not sure what's going on. The umpires are saying, well, don't ask me. I'm not sure myself. Here we go with the ball. The outer side wing kicks. Looking for Happy, but the player that we know as Jeffrey McDonald's beaten to the ball by the boundary. So there'll be a free kick to Leongatha.
Question without notice. Do you try and square the ball up a little bit more towards the centre of the ground? I mean, I understand it's pretty windy, but do we want to try and start attacking the play a little bit more?
Well, you might want to, but we sit in this nice commentary box up here, and it is nice and calm, no breeze at all. As Traralgon picked this one off, kicks it towards North. North can chip it over the top, Here's Best, can't quite get a hand on it. Where are the Crummers?
Free
Free kick. It's going to the coach. The newcomer in Best.
They probably didn't need to give that free kick away either. It was over the top of Best's reach.
Yeah.
So Jake Best looking to get his first goal in a Maroons jersey. He's kicked many goals on this ground, just in a different colour. Can he get the first?
I'd hate to say I told you so, but those two kicks come from the corridor.
True, and it was a turnover though. They didn't actually decide to go in there, as Jake Best will come in 5 minutes into the second quarter. Did he get his first? No, he kept it a little bit skinny. Minor score, Paul Carter.
That's Traralgon's first score for the second quarter. They go to 2-2-14 on the Gippsland Live scoreboard. 14 points behind Leongatha for 4-4-28.
So the Parrots will bring the ball back in. They'll go to that outer side. They'll do it through West away. The kick's sloppy, but it gets 50 metres. Falls short. A couple of Traralgon players had their back to the ball when they probably should have had their eyes on the ball. They could have got a touch. Free kick or umpire's ball?
Umpire's ball.
Umpire's ball. Inside forward 50 for the Maroons. A bit of push and shove. Strong comes through, gets a tap, can't find a man. Free kick, Leongatha's way. Like $1 for every time we've said that.
And now it's called play on again. Okay.
Well, ball gets to the outer wing area. Yench sliding towards the boundary line. Over it goes.
No advantage. The kick was kicked again. It was kicked in a rush at a 50-50, and there was no advantage.
It's the whether they go slow or fast. It's up to the umpire.
Yeah, I think he's got full control.
Anyway, to see here, play on the call. Willis beaten to it. Traralgon at ground level, won the ball. They just need to find a winner right here. Can they? They can't at the minute. Collison head over the ball, left hand ball. 1 sec. They're going to bring it back for a free kick that happened 35 seconds ago.
And so he had an opportunity to play advantage then that they have before.
Yeah. So Corey Stockdale get another touch. He's been busy. Gives Grant, keeps possession. Here again comes towards grandstand side with Jacobson. He's got a little bit of room to wiggle. Has a look around on the left foot. Goes short in front of the coach's boxes and finds his teammate in Cade Marsh. Grandstand wing. They're coming from the side of the ground that Box has been calling for. High, if you don't mind.
Hello.
Highlight of the afternoon. A good grab by Max Lucky, who just needs to finish this off to complete a good passage of pay for the home side.
He's probably committed player suicide by taking a specky over the coach, but we'll just have to make sure he kicks it.
No, good mark.
It was a
big
great
moments thanks to Monticello's. Cruiser 4 packs, 2 for 28. They trail by 14 points to the Maroons. They've got a chance here through Max Lucky. He'll have to kick it 51 metres, puts it on its way. Has it got the distance? Just missing. Did have the distance, but a minor score.
Traralgon knocking him off 1 point at a time. They are 2-3-15, trailing Leongatha, who are 4-4-28 in the Gippsland Live scoreboard. We've played 8 minutes into the second quarter.
She's off the boot. I thought that might have a bit of left to right, but it actually seemed as though it went more left than right.
It did, which is, the wind is blowing directly across the ground. It's unheard of.
In total contradiction to what you see in the flags. The kick from West away was poor.
Did he play on?
I think he stubbed his toe.
Did he get out of the square, or is this going to be a free kick to the Maroons?
It would have to be a free kick. Oh no, he did run out of the square.
He did run out of the square. Boundary throw in, 8.5 minutes second quarter. 13 point margin, 2-3-15 Traralgon. Leongatha at 4-4-28.
So ball thrown back in. Willis gets the tap. He can't find a teammate again. Traralgon are winning, or getting first to the ball in the clearance area, but because it's so busy and there's a bit of pressure around, they just can't find that first or second touch to give them room to send it forward with any authority. But at least they're keeping the ball in their area, which is handy. They trail by 13 points. Willis gets a tap again. Traralgon win the first touch. They do it through Jake Best. Kick around the body though, way too skinny and out of play on the full. So the free kick will be taken by the Parrots with a point post just a metre to his right.
Does he decide to come near side or continue with the breeze and go the far side of the ground at the showgrounds? He decides that option. Long high kick. Oh, Traralgon, only one real flying. Oh, landing heavily there was the forward. Coming up to meet that one was Borshman. Traralgon, though, drive it back inside their forward 50. Reid takes the mark, quickly plays on. He's done that all afternoon. And spotted up Matty North, who takes the chest mark in the end. Slight angle, only 30 metres out, and should go back and get Traralgon's third goal.
Yeah, great play. Just lowered the eyes. Matt North's been everywhere. Just playing in front. Great kick. Just kicked it to advantage and playing in front, but play it off.
Best on ground performer, thanks to Gippsland Ozuzu.
Contrasting styles the way both sides are going in. Leongatha bombing. Traralgon lowering the eyes as North shoots for goal.
And that started left and moved right, as we'd expect.
Now 2 goals separating the teams, with Traralgon 2-4-16, Leongatha 4-4-28. Gippsland live scoreboard, 10-minute mark, second quarter.
Well, this time they decide to come to the near side, to the Parrots. Wobbly kick into the breeze. No one can mark it. Ground level. There is Van der Plaat putting on a tackle on Ambler. So we'll have a ball up 60 metres out from Traralgon's goal.
Just another quick update. Scores in the North. Gippsland I didn't get before. Woodside 4-7-31. They lead Glengarry 1 straight goal.
Tapped down by Strong. Groundwork was okay. Didn't have the football. Or did he? The umpire said you did. Now that breeze looks to be going directly down the ground. It is a bit swirly, but it's certainly favouring the scoreboard end now, you'd think. So Traralgon kicking with a fair breeze. Can they capitalise? They're 55 metres out from home. Ground level. Strong did well. Got tackled out the football. Squeezed a handball out to the Parrots. Gave it off to the run in Van der Plaat. Kicked it towards the wing area. Up goes Hume. Couldn't mark it. Second effort was good. Heppel was there. Stood strong. 3 or 4 Traralgon Maroons come to him. Great work by Hume. Squeezed a handball out to Jurek. He tried to get one further afield to Borshman. He got knocked off the football. Great work there was from Little. Over the top McMahon. No one really getting a clean running passage at it. Squeeze comes out to Jurek again, close to the boundary line. No, we've found a free kick.
A bit disappointing there because both players from around that area are just fighting hard for the ball, and it's probably 7 or 8 contests. But anyway, they go forward now and they do it through Jake Mackey. Kicks to within 40 metres.
Free kick.
Goes to the ground. Free kick Traralgon's way.
Box up.
I just didn't think that was there. It was just a good, clean one-on-one contest, and the Traralgon player slipped on his shadow.
So Laprise goes towards the outer side. 2 Traralgon players leaving for each other, and it goes through to the keeper. The keeper being the boundary umpire on the outer side of the ground. He'll throw it in. The home side 2-4, Leongatha 4-4 around the ground.
I would never have got a kick.
No.
If those were the rules back in the day, we would never have got a kick. So if you can't have a one-on-one contest, then the game's going to go out the window. So please, umpires, leave it alone.
The boundary throw-in, I reckon, moved 15 metres.
And that kick nearly gone backwards. Over the back, the handball comes out there to Little. Squeeze across there to Marsh.
They have to make the most of this now with this breeze.
Ambler to McMahon, off to the run of Collison, who's run down from behind. And Sam Forrester gave it to him as well. Collison was looking for an option forward. Forrester has the free kick. Centre half back, 12 and a half minutes in.
It's all right to do that, Sam, as long as you know that it's going to come back twice as hard.
Yep.
The ball now plays on. They spill it in the centre, but they've got the numbers, and here we go. It comes back twice as hard from the man you just threw into the ground. Anyway, Collison kicks to within 30 metres. Play on's the call. Who's going to be first there? Laprise tries to land a tackle, and Westaway gets the free kick.
He's struggling in the breeze to kick. He's just got that awkward kicking style, and this one is a better kick than last time.
Yeah, it's falls short though, and I tell you what, Ambler's going to kick, and he, with this strong breeze, would be within kicking distance. He'll kick from 53 metres, you'd say. He side trails by 2 goals, and we're 13 and a half minutes into this second quarter.
Well, this will give us a good test of how strong this breeze is. Ambler will have to kick it probably 55, 57 metres. He runs around, puts it up, doesn't quite give it enough air time, gets to the top of the goal square. No one can mark it. Trying to tap to it there was Sovereign. He got a handball over the top looking for a teammate in Mackey. Goes to ground. Traralgon's got some numbers. Best was there. Handballs to Jacobson. Twisting. Turning. Gets a handball towards the boundary line. Marsh is going back onto his right foot. Back to Jacobson. Not 15. Play on to the umpire. Dribbles a kick to Ambler. He's under pressure. Handball goes to Matt North. Good pressure by the Parrots. The Maroons are still firing. So Collison kicked it off the ground to clear the area. And now Marsh through a variety of Cade. High, long kick. Best will fly. Front spot was Harry. Takes the mark.
Pretty sloppy stuff all round there, but anyway, importantly, Leongatha have got the ball, I guess. Patullo goes towards the outer side, stops, props, handball over the top, looking for Van der Plaat. Kick forward to left half forward flank. Leongatha with a bit of room to move, but Lemurs will be beaten to it by the boundary line at left half forward flank.
Good fix there, Pop.
4-4-28, Leongatha. Traralgon at 2-4-16, the margin 12 points. Key stat winners so far, Paul.
Matt North, another 3, taking him to 12-5 to Mark Collison. He's got 14 to this stage.
Wow. Well, ball comes to the back area. Van der Plaat gave it inboard to Brodie Easton, who got driven into the tackle. Tried to squeeze a handball out there was Matt North, couldn't do so. He's on the bottom of the pack. The umpire said we'll do it. I'll ball it up just inside Leongatha's Leongatha's ball.
This could hurt Traralgon if they get one on the back. Here, Leongatha.
Into the breeze it will be. Matt North squeezed a handball out wide, nicely done. Out to Jacobson, who gave it to Ambler. Sorry, it was Stockdale, kicked out wide, close to the boundary line, in front of Liam Farley, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in.
Sky, just quickly around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture in the AFL. It's 15-minute mark of the third quarter, and it's the Western Bulldogs 7-7-49. They lead the Brisbane Lions 4-4-28.
Worrying signs for the Lions, guys.
Have we got 450 entries for this quarter, Carts, please?
6-4 Traralgon's way.
Okay.
Free kick is going to go Traralgon's way to Matt North. He's on the centre winning area. Far side of the ground, as you'd expect. That's where it's spent most of the afternoon. North puts it towards the top of the 50. Low press in the front spot. Big spoil over the back from Mackie. Comes to ground level. Squeezing handball out from Marriott. Out to Michael. Kick along the line. Mark or free kick. Take your pick out there. And it's going Leongatha's way. Is it Van der Ploat? I think it is. So the margin at the 16-minute mark is 12 points in favour of Leongatha. No goals scored so far. There's McMahon front and square. Got tackled and just missed the football as it goes over for a boundary throw-in. Rob Popplestone on TRFM.
Ball out of side of the ground, as you see, 16 and a half minutes gone to the second quarter. 12 points the margin. The wind blustery for most of this game. There's a few interchanges are being made for the Parrots. Willis to come back on, and also Borshman. Who spent some time on the bench. Ball with Leongatha's hands at the moment. Quick kick forward by Van der Blight. Back Jackson Harry. Gains 20 metres. Taken high? No, taken low. And the free kick will go Traralgon's way from right half-back flank. Player is Tate Marsh, who's been relatively busy today. Goes short. Can he find a teammate? He can. Teammate being Yench. Out of side wing. Handballs behind, but keeps possession. Back to Tate Marsh, who kicks to right half-forward flank. Good strong mark, I thought. Yep. Laprise takes the mark from right half-forward. Now, they just find a winner here they need. Best is presented. He went early out the back strong. Went over the top. Can they find a winner here? They can't. Nicely done. They've held in by Leongatha under pressure. Top of the square. I'd like to find the goals here, the home side. They haven't really got a return for effort at the moment in this quarter. They've only added the 3 behinds. Leongatha have added 1 behind. So we're goalless almost 20 minutes into this quarter. Ball spills out. Ambler's first player there. Goes towards the boundary. Handballs over his head blindly and finds a Leongatha player. Not ideal. That Leongatha player, though, was taken to the ground by... That was Michael, the player. Colby Michael.
Margin 12 points. As we said, no goals scored in this second quarter so far. It's round 1 action of the Gippsland Live TRFM Gippsland League. As Yench's kick was smothered at the top of the 50, and his free kick goes Leongatha's way, and it's going to that Colby Michael. No, it's not. It's going to Nick Nagel, who's a long way from home. Just goes short. Found a teammate out there. Looks to be Kim Drew. Slow and steady for the Parrots. As we said, strong breeze here at the showgrounds. Traralgon, as Kim Drew drives his right foot into it. Holds up in the breeze, and
Hurrigan
marked by Hurrigan.
So out of side of the ground again, they go forward, hoping they can find a winner. They haven't found many there today. Free kick, Maroon's way low. The Prees will get that free kick, just right on the arc of 50, but with the boundary just to his right. Goes looking for Best. One, great 2 hands. Thank you very much. Good strong mark by the coach in Best, who's now had a taste of what's needed from this almost identical position to which he missed just a handful plus minutes ago. And a goal here puts them just a goal behind as we edge closer to half-time.
It'll give this group a real lot of confidence here if he gets this.
He comes in, starts it to the left. Does he bring it back?
Yeah, they like it.
I think he does, and there it is. Jake Best, first goal in a Maroons jersey. They all go to him.
Yeah, it was a good build-up then too. They used the ball well coming inside 50 then, the Maroons, and it made a bit of a difference too. But a great mark there by Jake Best. He was too deep, got the arm up, so got the one hand out and took a diving mark. Great finish. Welcome to Gippsland League returning Jake Best.
And on the Gippsland Live scoreboard, we've played 20 minutes into the second quarter, and that's 1 goal the difference. Leongatha leading 4-4-28, Traralgon 3-4-22.
Scud, we've got the AFLW played over there at Norwood Park, and Adelaide Crows 3-1-19. They lead Melbourne, who are yet to score a goal, 3 points.
And of course, I knew that we had a few jumper number changes, and thanks very much to Blake Van Roy, who is a favourite of ours here on the Gippsland Live, just letting us know that Will Littlejohn is actually wearing jumper number 27, and not as per the record in Colby Michael. We had a good game as Michael, he hasn't been out there.
Just about to give him an award.
Yeah, so Littlejohn is the one wearing number 27. And disappointing not to see Blake running around there this afternoon either, out there in this senior side. Be a good addition to this side, I reckon. As Willis and Strong go up again. Willis tapped it down. Ground level there was McMahon, being held onto when he didn't have the football. Great work by Heppel. Right foot kick goes in the Nagel direction. Bounces in front of him. Can't quite pick it up on the first go. Jentz does well. Ripped off the football. Play on to the umpire now. The umpire will say we'll ball it up. So a little bit of spark. It was our first goal. It took 20 minutes into this second quarter. With a strong breeze. Traralgon still trail though. It is by 6 points. Closing in on half-time.
It is right half-forward flanks where the ball is at the minute. Leongatha have got the run of the ball, and yes, we'll get another free kick. I reckon last night's AFL game had 32 free kicks in total, and I was disappointed with the amount. How many have we got at the minute?
It's 7 each this quarter, and I'll just double check.
We're getting close. So the play on quickly. Marriott drives it inside forward 50. It's going to hold up in the breeze.
Oh, good grab.
Diving mark. Is it paid to Patullo? It is. Quickly gets on, lowers the eyes and hits up. Bang. It was Kim Drew. He got thumped after he took the mark, but he was composed enough to hold on to it. A strong contested mark. I'll call it directly in front for Kim Drew.
33 Poppy to this stage.
33. So more for than the entire AFL game last night. We're not at half-time.
So can Kim Drew match Traralgon's goal that they got a couple of moments ago? Kim Drew, of course, coming across from the Warragul Football Netball Club in the off-season. A big off-season it was. Great to have football and netball back throughout Gippsland. As Kim Drew starts it right, the breeze holds it up. Does it get the distance? Strong was on the line. He couldn't get there. You can tell by the crowd, Kim Drew gets his first in a Leongatha jersey.
Yeah, it's a great response there by the Parrots too, because Traralgon just looked like they had just a little bit of that control of the game, especially using the conditions, and to get one against the play and respond to Bess's goal. The Parrots now take a little bit more control back in the game.
And I think everyone kicking to that end of the ground ought to take note of how he did that too. He allowed that for that beautifully. It's back to a 2-goal lead for Leongatha on the Gippsland Live scoreboard. 5-4-34 the Parrots. Traralgon 3-4-22.
So it'll be Strong v Willis, an important centre break for the home side. They trail again by 2 goals. Remembering at quarter time they trailed by 2 goals too, so they've edged closer by 2 points. But they'll be disappointed that the Parrots have got one back. Good tackle laid it was too by Forrest. No opportunity for his opponent to get rid of the ball. The opponent being Lamers. So grandstand side wing, Willis and Strong again. Strong will get this one. He does. Nicely done. North almost had a handle on it. Wilson ducked ahead and tried to thread his way through. But unbeknown to him, he's a bit easier to catch than some of these little blokes. Again, Strong gets a tap, finds North. North gets a handball away just quickly. Now they can find a winner, can they? Nicely done. Fighting for it was Little. Dances around beautifully it was by Lemers. Left foot kick, finds his teammate in Patullo, who sees his kick forward, bit dragged across the face of goals. And Nagel, who's got 3 in the first quarter, got a handball away but couldn't find a teammate with any room to move. And again, the boundary line beats all players to the ball.
Each time they've come in, they've been playing in front. Young Patullo, we'll give him the Italian abbreviation next time. Thanks, guys. So
no worries. Yep.
Take out the t and bring in the d. Patullo. All right. Make sure we do that moving forward. Thanks.
All right. Ball back into play. No one got a clean handle on it. We'll have a ball up.
One more here right before half time to the Parrots. We'll might put a little bit of a dent.
You wouldn't want that to be happening, would you? No. If you're a Traralgon man.
Well, it's inside their forward 50. Hume got it down to Nagel. No one can get a clean handle on it. Ball up again. Big moments brought to you by Monticello's. VB 10 packs, $24, and 20% off wine if you buy 6 or more bottles. Everyday deal.
Oh, free kick.
There it is.
Leongatha.
So deep inside forward 50 it was, and the free kick's going to go to that man who kicked the goal at the 22-minute mark a couple of moments ago in Kim Drew. This time, a slider angle, a little bit closer to goal.
You think he'd kick it this time?
Even though he's only 30 metres out, Boxer, the breeze is tough and tricky.
The way he kicked it before, like PC said, if he does that again and repeats it, well, this is home.
I think this is a harder kick.
Look at the mullet on that bloke.
I agree. We had a good chat on Balls and All this morning about mullets. As Drew comes in, keeps it low, and doesn't quite come back. On this occasion, a minor score. Margin 13 points.
13 points. Leongatha's way 5-5-35 to Traralgon 3-4-22.
Come short out of defence. They find Jacobson, the 1-2, and now they've out of danger, but momentarily, you'd think. No, they've still got players at the fall of the ball. There'll be a ball up here, left half-back flank or right half-forward flank for Leongatha.
Anything you've noticed, Boxer, with setups here? As Leongatha got 3 spare at the moment.
No, they're playing behind the ball, so they're both playing the same type of style, especially with the breeze down this scoreboard end.
So if you're Traralgon, did you want to match them during that quarter? Has it not worked for them?
Well, no, not really. They've had the inside 50. I just don't think they've capitalised on it. The umpires paid one off the ball.
Leon's the call. Here we go.
There's a chance now. North gave it across to Forrest, who can run 60 metres out. Lower the eye to Best. Hits him on the chest. And that's what he does well. He leads strong and presents well. And he'll go back. He's got the breeze coming across his left shoulder. The good spot to kick a goal, I would have thought, on a day like today.
It's a perfect lead by Best. He knew the kick coming in was coming from a left footer, led to the right spot, and he had that 2 or 3 yards on his opponent.
Tough kick here, left to right, and plenty of it.
Beautiful. Doesn't come back.
That's twice that's happened today.
In that same spot.
Yeah.
So everywhere else on the ground it goes left to right, except the 45-degree angle on the near side kicking towards the scoreboard end. It stays straight.
27 and a half minutes played in the second quarter. The Gippsland live scoreboard sees a 2-goal lead to Leongatha, 5-5-35. Traralgon 3-5-23. And set shots in this quarter of 1 goal for to Traralgon.
Well, there's a good healthy crowd around Pud's Bar, and I guess there's some.
Might be blocking the breeze.
They could be blocking the breeze, perhaps.
So they bring the ball back into the play to the visitors. They go towards the outer side of the ground, as has been the play for most of the day. About a dozen players around the ball, none of them could read it, and first player there may have been Hirrigan. Playing was the call, and they get this ball out. They try hard through Farley. They'll go over the top. Now Leongatha have read it beautifully, and they've got a wave of players to move the ball forward. Dances around one. It was nicely done by Hume. Feeds off, he does, towards
the new
Patillo, and now we've got a one-on-one contest, and it's an important one-on-one to win here for Traralgon. With just moments to go, they need to get this ball out. In fact, they've won themselves a free kick, so that eases the pressure, and Stockdale will be the player that gets that.
So Corey Stockdale has it. He should slow things up. 28 and a half minutes gone. He goes lateral to Jackson McMahon, who pushes back off the mark slowly. I think they'd be wise just to look after it here. It goes to Ambler. Couldn't quite complete the mark.
Free.
Going to ground, Corey Stockdale again. Another free kick. He's done it well.
He's been busy today, hasn't he?
Yeah, sure has. Good a clear inclusion back into this side. Went off and played some VFL duty. Nice little neat kick out to Forrest, who takes the mark. Half-back flank for the Maroons. They trail by 12 points. It was 14 at half-time. Kick goes down the line. Traralgon are kicking with a breeze in this second quarter, though. Running onto this one. Picked up nicely. Farley goes in the best direction. Front spot. Couldn't get it. Comes to ground. Here's Sovereign. Taps it towards Heppel. Gave it to Marriott. They've got one on in the middle of the ground. They can turn and go. The handball gets to Jordan Easton. Has one bounce on the cricket wicket. Left foot kick. Inside forward 50. Maskell can't mark. Second effort was good. Great work by it was Leongatha, picked up by Hume. Kick around the body is bouncing, and it's going to go through a minor score. Connor Little was happy to see it go through for the minor score. 29 and a half minutes gone, second quarter.
5-6-36. Leongatha leading by 13 points over Traralgon. 3-5-23 as the siren goes, just short of 30 minutes.
Well, there it is. Half of game of football is done and dusted. And after kicking with the breeze in that quarter, Traralgon managed the 1 goal. Likewise with Leongatha against it. They'll be happy with that. Kim Drew got one. Jake Best, the goal scorer there for the Maroons. You're listening to Gippsland Live right here on TRFM. We've got the
Scott's Butchery in Traralgon.
They call it the Premiership Quarter.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah, it's a long way, but I tell you what, who knows? These games can always shape teams' fortunes late in the season as Willis compares himself to Strong, who's been pretty good in these set of bounces, will take the leap and maybe get the tap. Went Willis's direction. Nicely kicked forward it was, though, by Marriott. Gets the Parrots to within 40 metres of goals. First player there who's been pretty clever today has been Hume, but he can't keep the ball in. And dancing around with that ball for Traralgon. I'm not sure who the player was, but importantly,
Harrigan, I think it was.
Harrigan's kick didn't find a teammate, unfortunately. So from right half forward flank, Borshman has the ball. Looks to go long into a stiff breeze. The ball holds up. Thrown out of the contest. Behind play was Leongatha's Jurich, and now the Maroons will try to dance their way through. Collison gives ground. Strong's kick sloppy. Gains 20 metres and goes to his opposition.
Good tackle.
Who's caught with a perfect tackle by Daniel Reid, his first gamer, and gives it off to Collison, who gets another touch. A half forward flank. They've got themselves into a spot of bother when they didn't need to.
Yep.
And now Willis will hold that ball in. So, look, some sloppy play to start off the first minute of this third quarter. And just a reminder that Leongatha are leading 5-6-36 at half time to Traralgon 3-5-23. So a 13-point margin.
Free kick from that stoppage goes to Mark Collison. Looks down the line. Lopez presented for him. Tries to look for the next one, which will be Best. Going to have to fly in amongst three Parrots. He made a contest, which was okay. He's got a free kick, does Jake Best. Did well. He had three opponents there and wins out. 1.5 minutes into this third quarter from McDonald's Gippsland. They drive it into the top. Oh, Matt North back with courage. Nearly took the mark. Marriott did well. Gave it to Borshman, who quickly, that was Patullo, sorry. Down the centre half forward area. Couldn't mark was Maskell. Get to the second one on the handball. Flicks a handball up to the run of Mackie. His left foot kick to some open space. Does he find Jurek? He does. And Jurek goes back. Looks inboard, looks deep. He's going to go long all the way. Does Jurek? It's going, and it's through. And Luther Jurek puts it through from 54.
Didn't even give the Maroons a chance to even set up and get their backman back, and a great kick just on the 50-metre line there too, and a great start there to the Parrots.
And we're on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard for the third quarter, and we're only 2.5 minutes into it. Leongatha now lead by 19 points, 6-6-42 to Traralgon 3-5-23.
Got a quick update around the grounds, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture in the A-grade netball over in Maui. It is Maui 36, the Tigers are 27, and you've got a football one as well for it.
Yeah, we do. Thanks to whoever passed this on. Warragul 4-5-29. They trail Bairnsdale 6-5-41 at half time.
That was a final score, I should have said, 37-28 as Maui defeat the reigning premiers.
So Willis got the tap down, couldn't find a teammate. Nicely done it was, though, by Stockdale again. Goes towards left half forward flank, and the race with pace is on. First player there is Forrest on his left leg. The kick off the boot, no. Way offline and out of play in the full, right on the intersection of the forward 50 and boundary line. There'll be a free kick the Parrots' way. Sovereign, I think, will take that leg. Appears to be. Yep, or they dish it off to a teammate. No, it looks like he's going to dish it off. Could be Verboon that takes the kick. Around about the intersection of the Maroons forward 50 and intersection. Leongatha with a dream start. They've extended that lead to probably be the biggest one of the day. 3 goals won. Be thereabouts at least. Goes towards the outer side. Maroons have got the numbers. They wait for each other to collect the ball, and in that time Leongatha pop in and stop it. But Jacobson goes short, finds North. So North gets yet another touch. He's been busy in the first half and starts off the third quarter in much the same way. That right leg towards half forward flank. Looking for a breeze. Rode beautifully it was, though, by Forrest again. Inside forward 50. This is where they need a winner. Over the top they go searching for Neoculus. Is that right? Neocleus. Thanks, guys. Haven't had to call him too much today, which is probably a good thing for the Neocleus family.
Gavin, his old man's a great fella. He'll be accepting of that one.
Scott, I got a 3/4 time score from the netball here in the A grade. Traralgon, they trail Leongatha 40-37.
Well, keep us up to date with that one. Of course, great to have football and netball back across Gippsland and the Valley. Heppel got it from the stoppage, trying to squeeze it out to Marriott, who overran it. Going back there was Kim Drew. Traralgon did well. They got some numbers. They squeezed it out. They're under pressure, though. Going to ground there was Connor Little, and a free kick goes towards Connor.
I think Traralgon may have worked out that the umpires are a little bit whistle-happy, and they're getting first to the ball, and as a consequence getting free kicks.
Free kicks,
and
Paul.
Plenty of them.
4-1 this quarter to the Traralgon.
Well, the squaring kick came backwards and found Ty Hurrigan, whose kick was a little bit shabby. Reed had it, then lost it. So Hurrigan has to go and help him again. Took on the tackler in Jurek, got around him easy. Kicks towards the top of the 50. North goes back. That was Matt. Couldn't quite mark it. Good work there by Verboon to come the other way and deliver, but good spoil again by Hurrigan. Quick handball from Reed, missed the target. Reed looks to be in a bit of strife as Nagel gathers the football, kicks around the body with his right foot. Going back was Yench. He played on quickly, handballs backwards there to Gav Stevenson, who squared it inboard. Stockdale gave it to Collison, back to Stockdale. Corey goes short, finds him. Good spoil. Leongatha now on the attack. They go to the Parrots. Harry took on one, took on two, holding the ball. Collison says, I'll take it. We'll play the quick one. It shouldn't have been the option, though, because Leongatha got some numbers. Over the top, Patullo gave it to the run. Oh, and getting cleaned up afterward was Jake Vanderplyte. The umpire said that's downfield every day of the week. Mitch Jacobson gave it away. And Leongatha have the free kick through Maskell.
The Collison kick was there, definitely. The advantage was definitely there, Darryl, but the kick was just absolutely horrible.
Okay.
You can forgive some of the skills today. The conditions are testing. Play on's the call. Play with the ball is Maskell. Kicks to within 10 metres of the Parrots. Goals flying high. Got taking the mark at ground level was Hume. He couldn't find any room to move. It'd be a ball up, you'd think, unless it spills out at the last minute, and it does. And Traralgon are up to it, so they ease the pressure this time through Hurrigan. Feeds it off and they get it out of defensive 50. They can. How much room can they find? As coming through nicely was Farley. It spills 5 metres forward. It's now right half back for Traralgon. Farley gets taken high. The umpire brought the whistle to the mouth, but thought, well, I've given you a few, and although it was there,
he's done some nice things, Farley.
He has.
He's really
head over the ball. Done it nicely. Out the back of the pack, the ball goes. Which way is this going to go this time?
Leongatha.
Yeah, the players stand around and wonder as well. Now it's Van der Plyte with the ball. A kick to within 30. One-on-one contest, yeah. Got his body in the right position. Took a good strong mark in front of opposition, and now Cade Maskell will have the opportunity to kick his first of the afternoon and his side 7th.
Haven't caught him much today, boys.
No, Leongatha currently 6-6 and Traralgon 3-5.
Just his 6th touch.
Yeah.
He has been presenting well, just hasn't quite got on the end of those ones, like that particular kick. The kick to the advantage was a good one.
It might be just one of those days where you're playing a little bit higher, use his left foot, get the ball inside. He's a beautiful kid.
And this is his 3rd this quarter, so it's only 3 to half time.
Well, here he comes. The captain, Cade Maskell, comes in from about 40 metres, nearly directly in front. Left foot kick, starts at left, puts it straight through the middle. He is a beautiful kick of the football, and that's his first of the afternoon.
Yeah, he was never going to miss Scard. He's an absolute gem of a kick, and when you put it in the right spot of a forward, even though the conditions are pretty poor, if you can use your body well, you know he's got a great set of mitts as well. Been a lefty, conditioned suit. Well done. Go.
McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. We've played 8 minutes in the 3rd quarter, and it's now 25-point lead to Leongatha. They are 7-6-48. Traralgon get to score in this quarter, remain on 3-5-23.
Ball will come back to the middle of the ground, and it will be Strong and Willis. As Strong gets high, but Willis got the hand on it. Down to Drew. Over the top there was Amlin and Collison doing a little bit of work with Heppel off the ball there. The umpire was okay. We'll ball it up again. Again, Willis tapped it straight down. Collison worked well. Willis trying to bust his way through a Forest tackle. Couldn't do so. We'll do it again, Pop.
Yeah, he's been good in these, obviously, with a bit of bulk around him. Obviously he has the edge, but that time Strong got the tap. Couldn't find a teammate. Well, here we go. Free kick. Borshman plays on quickly.
Has to come back. You're not allowed to play on. You have to come back around your mark before you have your shot. 25-point margin, danger signs at the moment for Monticello's at the moment for the Maroons, Pop.
Yeah, they're going to have to find something against the odds here. We've worked out that left of radio, or the scoreboard end of the rec reserve, is the way you want to be kicking. A fairly strong wind has been building. What started as a breeze has become quite strong now in the centre of Traralgon's home ground. They go straight down the corridor. Nice take in the gap was McMahon, who's been good today too.
Yep.
Good honest player, works hard, comes grandstand side. The breeze is strong, he keeps it low, but can he find Laprise? He can't. He takes it to the ground. Jurich had kicked a nice goal before. Can't find his way through a pack of maroon jumpers, and so the boundary umpire, in fact the field umpire at left half forward flank for Leongatha will take the ball behind the watch out behind you, Jakey. Behind the play, there's a bit of a dust up.
Kick, there's great kick for goal. I tell you what, we've got an absolute cracker from Sam Forrester, who unloaded from about 60 metres, Boxer, and put it through as the fight still goes on. Leongatha don't care, because Forrester's put through another one, and that's their third of the quarter.
Yeah, sorry, Scott, I did miss that. I just had my eye here on the little scuffle directly in front of us here too, and the president's not really happy with Westaway at the moment, so there must have been a little bit that we didn't see that. You don't really see Dylan do what he did.
Collison cocked the left. He cocked the left, and all of a sudden they went.
Well, the ball's back to the middle. The umpire's telling them to get off the ground. And both sides are nice and close here at Traralgon. Heated. It just got a little bit heated all of a sudden. 10-minute mark as they win the stoppage again, do the Parrots. Van der Plyt puts it in. Jacobson stands strong underneath it. Takes the mark, quickly plays on. Left foot kick out towards a teammate in Marsh, who can swing and go. This is Tate, inboard, over the top of the head. That was of Neocleus. Farley was there, got dumped in the tackle, and a free kick will go to Sovereign.
So the supporters are starting to get involved.
Yeah, it's just good.
Never a good idea when
down here.
Never a good idea when you've had nine great Northerns.
So we've had a 50 as well being paid.
Well, movement on the mark or something, was it?
At the moment, it's a 31-point margin in favour of Leongatha, so Traralgon going to focus on some football. So directly in front, just about from about 40, we'll call it from about 45 metres. Long kick on goal, starts it to the right and pushes it away to Sovereign. And it's a minor score on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Try the Macca's new McSpicy and the Palmy Chicken Burger tonight.
And starting to get into critical time for Traralgon now. It's a 32-point lead for Leongatha. We've played 12 minutes in the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scored 8-7-55 Leongatha. Traralgon 3-5-23.
Boxer, do we have to put someone beyond the football for the Maroons? We're going to stem the tide, don't you?
You do.
You're going to kick with a breeze in the last quarter, but it might be over by then. It's 32 points.
Yeah.
A low-scoring affair.
And they're just struggling to score anyway, even when they had the breeze too, Daryl. But
they're going to reload again, the Parrots.
This could be really the nail in the coffin if they score from this play.
Squaring ball up goes to Harry. They went backwards to it. They can come inboard again. They do. Kim Drew marks. Pushes his way, but no, they were going back, all the way back. There's a down the field kick.
Surely.
And it's gone, and another 50-metre penalty, is it? We're going right to the goal line, not too sure what it's for.
I don't think the umpires are sure what it's for.
No, it could only be abuse because we couldn't see anything else. So it has to be verbal, you would have thought. Pop. There's Jake Van der Plyt directly in front now. Puts it over the grandstand at the scoreboard end. And they've kicked 4 in a row now.
Yeah, I think there's going to have to be a miracle be played here for Traralgon to get themselves back to any consideration to get to even think about getting the win here. Leongatha are well on top now. And it's just, unfortunately, it's come from a couple of umpiring decisions too and a couple of 50s that have nudged them more in front now.
And the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard sees Leongatha 9-7-61. They kicked everything this quarter. For all 4 goals won. Traralgon 3-5-23.
Well, Traralgon will have to do something that they haven't shown in almost 3 quarters, because even to get close, even if they can match what they've done in 2.5 quarters, they're going to fall short. So it's all about just staying to the game plan, keeping you cool. Last thing you want to do now is lose players through report or frustration. It's a good test. It's a good time to see who keeps their head over the ball, keeps their mind on the job, and keeps working. Strong gets a tap. Willis, nice work. Edge forward again. Collison's been busy. Good work. Finds Ambler. Out of the centre, can they find a winner? They haven't for a lot of the day, to be honest. And Jake Mackey is the player for the Parrots who cuts that one off. Works in a 45, but kicks right down the line, gains 55 metres. Almost taking a nice mark at the half-forward flank with the Parrots. They edge it through nicely, and it goes to Little John. He's kicked to the top of the square, 2-on-1 contest. over the line, and there'll be a boundary throw-in. Just 5 metres from Leongatha's goals, and I say we've spent a fair bit of this quarter in Leongatha's entry. What were those forward 50 for this particular quarter?
The last 8 are Leongatha's, and it's 11-3 this quarter.
Yeah.
38 points in favour of Leongatha. Ball comes back into play. Strong tried to grab it out. Quick kick there from the Parrots as it go. I think it might go through. It's Tom Marriott. He's put it through from the stoppage. There's the stoppage goals. Marriott's got his first. The margin now is extended. It is out plus 40 points.
44.
That's 44 points. It is 5 goals in a row now in this third quarter for Leongatha.
Yeah, they seem pretty rattled now, Scud. And as we turn the lights on here at Traralgon, it is getting quite dark and the conditions are getting worse. So, and it's even getting worse for Traralgon. They just need to stem the tide a little bit and try and score in this next 5 or so minutes.
10-7, 67 Leongatha on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Traralgon 3-5-23.
Big moments thanks to Monticello's, of course. Carlton Dry Stubbies slabs only $43. All thanks to Monticello's Cruiser 4-packs at 2 for $28. The big moment is of 5 goals to Leongatha as Heppel is just getting better as this game goes on. Drives it inside forward 50. Couldn't quite mark, was Little. Squeezes it out again. Here's Maskell. Left foot snap. No, there's a free kick. That's going Traralgon's way. They want 50. And may have got it in the first quarter. But the free kick will go to Connor Little of the Maroons deep at his defensive 50. 16 minutes gone.
They showed a little bit too, Traralgon, didn't they? They kept themselves in the game. They probably let themselves down with a couple of really silly errors, but some bigger errors now has cost them some hefty goals to try and make back.
Squeezed a handball back there was Neocleus. Out to Lord Little again. Got a handball over the shoulder to Corey Stockdale. He tries to handball further afield to Neocleus again. At ground level, got driven into the back. It did Harvey. And a free kick. So Harvey goes inboard to Connor Ambler. Defensive half-back flank. He's going to square this one up and go backwards to Jacobson. The switch is on. He's got 2 options. Jacobson decides to go for the longer one, and it might not have been the best option. He has to come and help now, does Hourigan.
Yeah, that was there.
The Hourigan one should have gone to Hourigan first. And now the kick comes out to Cade Marsh.
So Cade Marsh from right half-back flank, grandstand side with his side trailing by 44 points. Kicks threatening half-forward flank. Now can't find a winner there. Roved nicely, or almost it was. Played lucky, couldn't take the ball, but he ends up with it. Now kicks to the advantage of his coach and full forward in Best. Best holds it in the area, and that's probably the best he could do. 30 metres from goals. There'll be a ball up with Traralgon. Desperate would be an understatement to convert from this position. Tough work though. Some numbers there.
Yeah, it certainly is. Can they get something from this stoppage? No one goes up in the ruck for the Maroons, so Leongatha easily clear this one out. Easton was the one who cleared it in the end. Towards Pachulo. Towards the boundary line boxer. How'd we go?
That was very nice, actually. I
Thank
would
you.
have thought you were Italian with the way you said it then.
Thank you very
Poppy's
much.
got a bit of work to do, but you were not too bad.
Going to roll my R's a little bit.
18-minute mark. 44 points the margin as Poppy practiced rolling the R's. As Harry knocked it down, squeezed out the back. Here's Easton again, under pressure. Good tackle. Was from Corey Stockdale. Goes towards the boundary, and we have a boundary throw in. Getting a little bit dark. Believe the rain is coming from Moe. It was belting down there a little while ago. Rumour has it that Tyler Hillier has done a hamstring out of that game as Moe lead it. Quick kick by Heppel, inside forward 50. Jurek overran it, running onto it. Oh, couldn't quite take it, was Borshman. He gets another chance. Leongatha fight for it. Good numbers. Jens just threw it out the back. Good hands. They got some numbers now, do the Maroons. As McMahon easily squeezes one out towards Harvey Neocleus. He lets his teammate run towards it though, and as Will Littlejohn, and the boundary line beat them both. We've got a boundary throw in. 18.5 minutes gone. Gippsland Isuzu best on ground performer so far. Heppel's getting into this game.
Certainly is. It's now up to 18 disposals, and it's 3 clearances and 2 inside 50s just this quarter.
Harry had it knocked out of his hand. We've got another boundary throw in. Pop.
Thanks for that, Scud. Yeah, threatened 3-quarter time, but she hasn't been a quarter that you'd remember for Traralgon. Haven't scored at all. There's not too many times in a season that a team doesn't score at all, especially one that's got aspirations as high as those of Traralgon, who've been pretty happy with what they've put together, but would be pretty disappointed with what's been showcased today.
Heppel
as
again.
Leongatha go forward through Heppel. Thought free kick to Traralgon. Playing was the call. Apparently it's okay to grab a man without the ball. Must be a new rule change. They go for it again. Half forward flank. Mackie works well. Big kick. 50 metres. Through for another one. Yes, wow. Nice work, Jake Mackie. Good goal.
That was a fantastic goal too, and now the confidence levels are up for the parents too, and they're playing some great footy in the conditions too. So they're forcing the errors to Traralgon, and I think fatigue's going to start kicking in a little bit too for both sides. But when you got that confidence going, they just have the up. And Heppel, led by Heppel in the middle, the Parrots are well on their way now to a big win here against the Maroons.
And the score is now out, lead rather is now out for a neat 50 points 20 minutes into the third quarter. It's Leongatha 11-7-73 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Traralgon 3-5-23.
We can just do a quick round the grounds in the AFL. Not far to go.
Here comes the rain
in the AFL. It's 9-13-67 the Dogs. They lead the line 7-6-48.
Quick one for you, 14-minute mark of the third quarter over in Moe. It's Moe 6-6-42, Moola 4-8-32, a 10-point margin over there. As we said, the rain was heavy. Now it's finally arrived here at the Traralgon Showgrounds. It's been all Leongatha in this quarter. They lead it by 50 points as Best has rolled up to this stoppage, got a kick away. Inside forward 50, Sovereign attacked it well for the Parrots, gathered it and ran and then delivered it to half forward. It was over to Easton, that was Jordan. Quick one to Vanderplyt, delivered inside 50 to Nagel, couldn't mark it. Out the back it goes. Maskell put a tackle on. Is he going to get rewarded? No, he's not. Well done there by the Maroons, just to hold things up a little. And they have a stoppage inside forward 50.
Great run and carry. Great way to gain yardage.
Yeah.
Just keep run and carry.
What once was hard is now starting to look easy for the Parrots. They're finding some room to move and they're running hard and creating space. And these sorts of conditions to carry the ball isn't a bad thing. They're inside forward 50 again. Strong, good tap forward.
Done well, Strong, hasn't he?
He's done
okay.
More than okay, really.
Yep. He can jump.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's the height and leap. He's still leaping, and we're 22 minutes into this last quarter. So that's his strength. He's got to stick to that.
So he calls the ball. He get another chance to leap at it. This time Willis gets the tap down, kick across. Well, actually goes more high than long, and still 30 metres from. Oh, there's going to be a free kick. Leongatha as well. I can tell you right now.
Did you see it pop? Or
no, I just know this umpire will call it.
Well, there's a guy down, and it is Leongatha getting up off the deck. It's Nick Nagel. As well, boys. So, is it going to go to Nagel?
It's a free kick.
Well, no one saw it, but
umpire goes and grabs the ball and says, here you go.
And he has given it. So, Nick Nagel was the recipient of that free kick. He is holding his jaw, though, Pop.
Poppy might be interested. That's the 50th free kick for the match.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what the record is for free kicks in a match, but I would have to threaten it. We're looking at maybe 65 to 70 free kicks.
Well, the margin's 50. We're getting close.
Do they still have peas in their whistles?
Well, I've been
they won't have today.
No.
So Nick Nagel already has 3 goals this afternoon for Leongatha. After receiving the free kick from the stoppage, a slow, deliberate approach. We've travelled 22 minutes. Slight angle only 35 metres out. Puts it on its way and he's pushed it across to the left. And it is a minor score. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Foxes having 3 or 4 of these. The Macca's new McSpicy and the Palmy chicken burger.
I get heartburn, but they are nice.
It's the 11-8-74 Leongatha to Traralgon 3-5-23.
You don't want to be around the boxer when he gets heartburn. It leads to all sorts of issues.
Just stay in front of him.
Yeah. Little goes towards the outer side of the ground. Can he find a teammate? I'm not sure that he went looking for Farley, but Farley was a Traralgon player there, competed hard for it, but again, with slippery and wet conditions and plenty of bodies around the ball, there's not much room for players to move.
Are we doing a Bairnsdale game? We could probably get one on the way up there on the road trip.
Or could we
do
ever?
that? I reckon it's the middle of May we're doing that one. I'll be taking my own car.
It'll warm things up definitely in the car.
Matty North won that one from the stoppage. And I just feel that Leongatha's structure's been a lot better this afternoon.
So they're using the ball a lot better now.
Yeah, they've held their ground better. Borshman has the middle of the ground. They can come out wide to Jurek. They can mark in front of Yench. And Jurek wants to play on quickly, and the umpire said, yep, that's okay. And Jurek unloads. He's already had one long bomb. This time, it's away for a minor score, but he can kick a long ball, does Luther.
So all day, the umpire's been telling the player to get behind your mark. 1 sec, you're offline.
Yep.
Except when you're going for goal, you can do what you want. Am I seeing things differently than you guys?
Well, that particular one, you could take the mark with the defender in front of you and just take off, just turn and go. Well, no, we're not seeing it any different.
McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 24 and a half minutes played third quarter, 52-point lead to Leongatha, 11-9-75, Traralgon 3-5-23.
Some might be thinking that's the stand rule, but it clearly wasn't on that occasion.
No.
It's not that at all. It's the player was past his mark.
Anyway, it's not having an impact on the game now. It's just adding to my frustration with my tip of Traralgon by 17 points, a distant memory. Leongatha go forward, Willis again. Well, I reckon he kicked a bit of divot on the way through there. Jacobson put his head over the ball. Can he take it? He can't. The Traralgon players are at ground level. They edge it forward. Nicely done. Really nicely done by Forrest. Basketball-like, tapped it on the ground and got possession, but his kick was smothered as Leongatha come back inside forward 50 again. And it's kind of Little, who with ball has been caught, but with no opportunity to dispose of it.
Free kick there.
He now gets a free kick from...
They're not happy with the sling tackle from Nick Nagel either, the boys, and they go to him again. Jacobson's just taken a little bit of time to get up too, so you do know that if he's taken a little bit of time to get up, it was a sling, and it certainly was. It was a free kick, and now Nagel's flopping around all over the ground.
Yeah.
Trying to get the decision reversed as Jacobson, I don't care about this. I'm going to go backwards, but missed the target. Luckily, Hourigan was there, squeezed it out towards Stevenson. Defensive 50's got one on the wing. It's Marsh. This is Cade. He can mark and go. Decides to come back over the mark. Quick handle off to, Stockdale was not the best one, but now it's got smothered from Brodie Easton. Squeezed out towards Cade Marsh again. He this time kicks it high up towards Corey Stockdale, has to sit underneath it. And a free kick will be paid to Corey Stockdale. Comes inboard and misses a target again.
Risky.
On the top of the arms. We forgot about that rule, didn't we? So we had to pay one of those as Farley swings around. No left foot, kicks the right one out to the open space.
Geez, you're making hard work of it though, aren't they?
Daniel Reid is the one out there. Chips it in. Not quite the delivery Lopez wanted. Had to fight for it. And Sovereign's had a good afternoon, but his kick only went 1 metre before Jacobson grabbed it. Drove it back inside forward 50. Gets over to the back. Westaway was there. He's going to kick it out of bounds on the full, is he?
And that's where Happy should have been. Happy, and we've got Ambler over here. 2 of the smalls sitting outside 50, where the little bloke should have been inside 50.
Free kick behind the play. We'll go Traralgon's way. Not sure what it was for.
And is it going Traralgon's way? I think it was against Heppel. I actually thought for a moment there might have been a little bit of a wrestle happening, but an injury happening, but it looked to be a free kick's going Traralgon's way. It's going to go in the hands of Daniel Reid in the end after all that. So the margin, 27-minute mark is the time in this third quarter, and they're trying to milk this free kick again. The margin is 52 points.
They're still going after Nagel.
Yep, they still are. As the kick goes inside forward 50, missed their targets. Heppel got one over the shoulder, and they go to him again. So there's a little bit of spice in this particular game. Heppel's on the bottom of this pack. There's a free kick. No. Sovereign thought he was going to play on, but they're going to wait. Now they decide to play on. The advantage of played. Marriott can square it up. Boxer, you keep an eye on the fight that's going on. There's 2 or 3 going left and rights out there. As the football lands in the hands of Forrester.
So Forrester's left foot kick got past Lucky.
Happy.
Who was
that's Happy.
Got past Happy, who was unlucky. As Hourigan now with the ball goes short. Back to that player who is Happy. And in a split second has become sad because he's lost possession of the ball. Nicely done over the top. It's good work too. It was by McMahon. Couldn't find a teammate. So right half forward flank, boundary throwing to take place. Leongatha 11-9-75. Traralgon 3-5-23. 28 minutes gone, third quarter.
Yeah, I've just got a bit of an update there down the road at Murray. Murray 7-6-48. Moore will just kick the goal. The 21-minute mark of the third quarter, 5-8-38. So nice close one down there, Scud.
Yep. I think Murray were pretty confident with their leading into round 1 as they should be. The Tigers have prepared well. Certainly Leongatha in full control here in the third quarter.
Poppy, this is the classic arm wrestle game for the first 2 quarters. Conditions are hard. First game of the round, feeling each other out. And Leongatha have just, won that battle and got that arm wrestle over the top.
But to tell you the truth, the game hasn't hit any great heights as far as skill or...
No.
It's been a bit of a dogfight. And at the end of the day, Leongatha have just moved the ball forward with a little bit more system. but they've had at least a plan to kick long to forward 50, to have some big bodies to compete, and to have some smaller bodies around the goal. At least it looked like half a plan.
And Poppy, the dogfight generally doesn't allow 6 goals unanswered to be kicked, though, does it?
When was the last time Traralgon kicked the goal, Scott?
Well, the last time they kicked it was the 20-minute mark of the second quarter by Jake Best. So, and Leongatha are about to have another shot on goal through Nagel. He's too far out, perhaps. He's got the breeze behind him, though.
The siren's going to have to go, surely.
Well, he has got 3 goals. He decides to just kick it to the top, and that's poor marking. And in the end, that's just marked on the chest by Jordan Patullo.
And Jacobson's got every... That wasn't right. you stuffed that one right up. Anyway, Jacobson's got every right to be upset. He's calling players back. And he's just a lob to kick over and had to do the work himself. He's only 5'3", so he's got no hope of reaching it.
So Patullo goes through right foot and puts it through the middle. He likes that one. That's 7 unanswered goals in this third quarter of the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard quarter.
Yeah, well, things are getting ugly here now.
They are. They've been ugly for a little while, but Pat Ulo there gets his first goal of the afternoon.
I think there's not going to be a happy hour tonight, unfortunately, for the Traralgon Football Club.
And it's a 58-point margin in the shadows of three-quarter time. We've played almost 31 minutes on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. 12-9-81 Leongatha, 3-5-23 Traralgon.
Good to see Lee Stockdale down on the bench for the Maroons, back after heading off to Traff, and good to see him back, but unfortunately had a gym incident during the week where he got his webbing stuck between a couple of plates and split the webbing between the finger and the forefinger, so he'll be out for a little while, all ready to go, and it's a sign, Pop, don't do weights.
Well, that's been my theory for most of my life. Here we go, Collison fights hard for the ball, nicely done at ground level by Ambler. Can't keep it in, fights hard though, nicely done, Stockdale up with the ball, but the umpire, just as Traralgon were going to break, calls it back. Just repeating that score, Leongatha 12-9, Traralgon 3-5, one-way traffic since half-time. We thought we had a game on our hands at half-time when the margin was just 2-2. It's now 9-4. Willis and Strong will contest this ball up. Willis again, nicely weighted to Heppel. Standing start to within 30 metres of goals. The race is on, and leading the race is Hume. Hot is Hammer Jacobson, who takes his opponent high, I thought. But anyway, play onto the call.
Holding the ball was a call.
Yeah, well, got me by surprise, that one. As they come out of defence, but beaten to the boundary right. Half forward flank for Leongatha, left half back flank.
Maybe it was the wind that blew his hair across his head rather than a forearm. The game is getting pretty hot down there at Maui. Maul have got now within 4 points, 26-minute mark of the third quarter.
Wow.
Maui 48, Maul 44.
Still kicking with a breeze. There was a strong breeze that Maul were kicking with in the second quarter. I wonder if they're coming home with a breeze in the last. It'll be an interesting one. Keep up to date with those ones. The big game that's happening in the Gippsland.
Oh, it's all good. So Loyang just had a bit of a flicker. It's okay.
Well, we're all okay. There's a quick kick again by Heppel inside forward 50. He's really worked into this game nicely as Nagel works hard. Squeeze one out the back.
All the past players pulled the plug. They have had enough.
That's 6 clearances to Heppel this quarter.
Wow.
Yeah, he's certainly had a big third quarter in the McDonald's third quarter action of the Gippsland League. We're inside forward 50 again. Leongatha leader by 58 points at the moment, and we've travelled 33 minutes, and we haven't had a great deal of stoppage. Paul, is that?
It's probably the 7 goals, and a few times it's gone over the back.
Well, another quick kick from the stoppage. Jensch was happy to see it go through. In the end, a little tap through from Ty Hurrigan as he rushed it through. Another behind on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
12-10-82 Leongatha, Traralgon 3-5-23.
And it's all over in the AFLW. Adelaide Crows go into the grand final. They ended up 5-3-33. Big winners over Melbourne, 1-9-15.
Jackson McMahon kicked it out. However, it only went as far as Christopher Boone for the Parrots. They're going to reload and go again. They got one more chance in them. They go towards Nagel, who marks on the chest.
And how many Traralgon players were around him then? There was probably 4 or 5.
So right on the siren.
In an arc.
And Nagel has 3 goals. The siren's gone for three-quarter time. It went 34 minutes in the end. The margin currently sits at 59 points for the Parrots.
He'll kick this.
Well, he has to. because he can't do anything else after the siren box.
Oh, that's an old joke, Scott.
12-10-82 Leongatha.
You need to learn some new jokes.
A 3-5-23, I got none. As Nagel takes all the time in the world.
I've got a mirror if you want to start with that.
Righto. Poppy's already thrown the headset off as Nagel comes in, puts it on its way. It's got to the line.
Oh.
No score. So it stands Leongatha 12-10-82. Traralgon 3-5-23. This is Gippsland Live right here on TRFM. It's all for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. You can get... What do you want to see in this last quarter, Pop?
Well, I want to see Traralgon outscore Leongatha as the starting point. They've really got to set their goals fairly simple, and that is to at least show something. I'm not sure that they've outscored them in any quarter today, so that would be the initial goal. Let's just show something. I think winning's off the table, but winning the quarter's not. So that's where it starts, although it doesn't start well because Willis gets the kick from the centre. Collison's first player there. Now they'll go forward through Hirrigan. From centre half back to left half forward flank. Laprise comes in late. Taken nicely by Leongatha, but dropping the ball as he attempted to bust the pack.
50.
And a 50-metre penalty means that now Traralgon inside the first 30 seconds have a chance to grab a rare goal this afternoon.
I think the Leongatha player asked Budgie, how's your mother? And he said, not well. Get down here.
Righto, 50-metre penalty. So Corey Stockdale will be the one to open it up in this fourth quarter for Harvey Norman Computers. And he does put it straight through the middle. They needed that one. They had 7 unanswered goals in the third quarter from their opposition, and it was good to get a good start there from Corey.
Yeah, really good start, Scott, and I think it doesn't matter how you get him, Poppy. I think if you can get that first one, get the confidence level up, and we'll see how they pan out for the rest of this quarter.
And that's a 53-point margin at Leongatha's favour, 1 minute into the final quarter. The Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard, Leongatha 12-10-82. Traralgon now moved to 4-5-29.
Down the road to Moe, it's Moe 7-7-49. They lead Morwell 6-8-44. First minute mark of the last quarter.
Keep us up to date with those scores too, Boxer. Any stage at the moment, let us in on that one. Have we got a Bairnsdale update?
Yeah,
Did
I
you
can't
give us
get
a
it.
Bairnsdale one?
Can't get it.
Haven't quite. If anyone's up in East Gippsland, anyone down in Warrigal, let us know that Bairnsdale-Warrigal game. That would be a good one. As the secondary stoppage here, as Willis tapped it out. Hirrigan looks to have gone into the middle of the ground. Squeezed it out towards Ambler. He got quickly tackled by Little John. And we'll have another stoppage. This time just forward to centre, Leongatha's way. Willis tapped it backwards. Tried to work hard was Drew, dove on the football. And hasn't quite got that now, kicks it out. Ambler out the back, quick kick around his body in the north direction. Going back with a flight, there was Borchman. Leongatha claimed it the other way, that was Harry. He ended up kicking it off the 50. Surely goes towards Stockdale. Jacobson it is.
Yes. He pointed the arm the wrong way, I thought.
I was going to say, gee whiz, if they're going to play that Leongatha's way,
well, I was
going to throw down the headset.
So it's out to Collison.
Collison, right half back flank to right half forward flank.
Low press,
taken ball and all, good tackle really. Another free kick. Now the free kick count continues as Baboon got in the end of that one.
There's more happening in the past players section there than what there is on the footy ground for Traralgon at the moment, so I'll keep you updated with that one as well, fellas.
Well, they're having a good time of it.
I want to see them when we're winning.
Kick goes down the line. Jacobson had to spoil over the back. Little handball across there was from Jurek. Gets towards Heppel. Swings around, right foot delivery to the kick. In the front spot, Jensch. Looking for Maskell. Jensch plays on quickly to Collison. Handball further afield. Went to Neocleus. Drives it towards half forward again. From the side, Mackie couldn't quite mark it. Second effort was good. Squeezed it out to Jurek. Now off to Sovereign. He gets a further handball out wide to Easton. Back to Sovereign again. They run. Right foot dribbly kick along the ground in front of Hume. Gathers it nicely. Second effort was okay. Sovereign ran on. Didn't quite get a handle on it. Traralgon come in with some numbers. They dive on the football. Jacobson did well to Hirrigan. Out to Marsh. Little neat kick.
Here we go.
Towards Forrest. Can they get a target? Going forward, no. Baboon takes the mark, unopposed in the end.
Yeah, like, I mean, you've got clear air. You've got probably 20 or 30 metres clear in front of you. And Forrest, who hasn't got a bad leg, but you just need to be a bit more, give a bit more than that. Anyway, Laprise fights hard to get a handle on the ball. He can't. Out the back, out without the ball was North. Haven't called much of him in the last 25 minutes after a really good first half of footy.
Probably did enough to still be their best player.
Had 6 disposals in the third quarter, but most of them were early on, I think.
Okay, so He has the ball now, 60 metres, with the wind in his face. He kicks to within 40 metres. He doesn't grab much distance at all. And in the end, the boundary line probably becomes the saving grace for Leongatha, doesn't it, Boxer?
I know that this time of the day you're having your nanny naps. Maybe you were having your little 5 minute snooze.
Yeah, I must have, yeah.
North kick to get
He had those 6 possessions, yeah. Exactly right.
53 point is the margin for Leongatha. Poppy just takes a little lie down. We've got another boundary throw in. 55 metres around from goal. Boxer.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I'm just trying to bring a highlight into the game. Maybe wear that blue jacket to the call next week and just we'll get it on our Facebook page and the highlight. Let everyone
We'll
know.
share that around. We'll see how many likes it can get.
That will be a big moment for Monticello's.
Fair chance it'll go viral.
Willis tapped it straight down. No one can really get a clean handle on it. Strong tries to do some work at ground level as well. Marriott wrapped up his Traralgon opponent in Stockdale. We'll have another stoppage.
Would you be happy to get within 5 goals and be satisfied that you've won the quarter? You get something to build with.
I think if they leave it as is, if they kick 1 goal and nothing to Leongatha, they'll be happier. They'll take anything at the moment, Maroons, because it hasn't been their day. There's Nagel's got one, kicks it towards the top of the 50. Good mark there. This by it is Hume, comes
Look
inboard.
at the Leongatha's numbers, though, running forward with pace.
Still going. The football's just in Traralgon's hands at the moment, though. Horrigan was working hard. So was Heppel. And again, 55 metres out from Leongatha's goal. 5.5 minutes gone. We've got a stoppage. 53 points is the margin for Leongatha. Here's Rob Popplestone on TRFM, Gippsland Live.
So Willis gets a hand down, but can't find a teammate. Paint a picture. There's 20 players around the ball. Taken high was Kim Drew, left half forward flank. Play on's the call. He kicks from 65 to within 30. Ball spills out the back. Guess what? It's a kick off the ground. I reckon it was by Nagel, who this afternoon has kicked 3 goals, all in the first quarter. Offline on that occasion. Solitary point as Jacobson brings back the ball. Paul Carter will update the score in just a moment. North takes a mark half-back flank.
12-11-83, Leongatha to Traralgon 4-5-29.
Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. Get a PC with Windows 10 for a more powerful you, plus more mobiles, more offers and biggest range ever. Ball still on the half-back flank area. Traralgon went a chain of handballs. Jacobson was one who kicked it in the end, got to the line wing area, and there's a free kick. It's going to Dylan Lopez. No, that might go to Corey Stockdale. So it is Stockdale. He can chip it over the top. He's got Ambler. Does it get there? On the bounce it does. Ambler now chips it in. It's a poor kick inside forward 50, and Westaway can take the easiest of marks. And he had a couple of options too, but now they're away, the Parrots. They got it out wide to Borshman. They've got one over the top. Here's Jurek. He's played a good first game. He can chip it over the top to Nagel if he wants. He's on a long searching lead. Ignores him. Kicks it over the back. Their other target was out the back. Heppel over the top of Jentz. He marked it. They called play on advantage from a mark. Anyway, we'll move it inside forward 50 again. This is Lammers. Jacob Lammers gets around Jacobson, or does he? No, he doesn't. And Jacobson was good enough to push him over for a boundary throw-in.
You can only assume that was just another free kick, otherwise you can't play on.
It looked like a mark to me. Boxer, how do you think?
Yeah, I think he hit him front on. I think that's the call that...
Either that or he didn't pay the mark.
Yep.
Yeah, well, there's 3-4 alternatives, I suppose. We'll just pick one and move on, I suppose.
8 minutes, 54 points.
Yeah, Strong gets the tap from the boundary throw-in. The umpire will take control. Right on the arc of 50, 45 degrees, heading towards Leongatha's goals. You heard the margin from Scudders, Paul Carter.
54 points, and we've played 8 minutes final quarter on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard.
Out the back of the defensive 50, trying to take on a few tacklers, was Daniel Reid. He got pinged for holding the footy. They're going to move it quickly. They've done it all afternoon. They go towards the top of the square. Good work by Ambler to Jacobson.
He's been good, Jacobson.
Another link-up handball out the back, this time to Connor Little. Comes off the side of his boot.
Good result,
well,
really.
It was in front of the deck. And we're going to have a boundary throw in, top of the 50.
Now, in the AFL, that would have been deliberate, even though it come off the side.
So when I say good result, it was only because there were 3 Leongatha players in front of him.
I've got a final score in the A-grade netball here, and it was a bad afternoon for Traralgon. They lost to Leongatha, 50-44.
Ball comes back in again. Connor Little's played well okay as well. Gave it a quick one to Ambler, who quickly gave it on to McMahon. Not 15, the umpire said, play on. Ambler gave it to Little again. squeezed the kick away, but Christopher Boone was there to sweep it up, delivers inside forward, no, top of the 50 it goes. Couldn't quite mark it, was Mackie. Ground level, Sovereign with a nice clean pickup, squirts it out. It's all Traralgon though. McMahon has it and will clear it out towards the direction of Corey Stockdale.
Yeah, so Stockdale's the player with the first attempt at grabbing that ball. He's under pressure. It just wouldn't do what he wanted it to do. I reckon he's been taken high as well, Stockdale. I may have copped a knock, but probably as much frustration as anything else. The ball at the right half forward flank for Traralgon.
When the ball just won't pop?
Well,
We got a final score in the AFL, and it was the Doggies continue their fine form for the season. They defeated Brisbane 10-13, 73 to 8-6, 54.
Love your work, Boxer. Thanks to Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981.
Leongatha running with a wave of players again after a quick kick forward from Traralgon. Ambler comes in to make it a contest. It's only momentarily though, because a handball falls in the arms of Van der Plyt, who kicks from 75 to within 30, and all too easy is coming out is Jack Hume, who will kick for goal on a 45 from 50 and try to grab his first of the afternoon. And he's had a handful of players around him that's had plenty of the action in front of goals. So at the moment the margin is 54 points as Hume, we're over his shoulder, runs to his right, and it hooks it across the face of goals to his left. Not being able to mark the ball, Traralgon just at least get it out of the danger zone, but it'll be held in there. The field umpire will come and ball that one up with the boundary just to the a metre or so from where the ball will be thrown up, and 40 metres from Leongatha's goals.
54 points is the margin. Harry tried to knock it out. He went straight for the boundary line, and we'll have another boundary throw in. Boxer. 10 minutes gone in the final corner over in Moe, and Moe lead at 57 to 44. So Moe in control at the moment. 13 points is the margin over there. It's 54 here at the Traralgon Showgrounds. Harry was the only one that went up there. Nagel at ground level tried to pick it up and couldn't do so after a neat tackle from Matt North. 11 minutes gone. Traralgon are winning the quarter, Pop.
Well, they are. They are. Not impressively, but and there's a long way to go. Jacobson with the ball. Gives Grant, keeps possession. Nicely done. Collison, another touch. Been busy today. One of a handful of players that has been okay. Another one was the player he went searching for in North, but the kick wasn't quite as nice as you'd expect it to be. Spilling out now in the direction of Lucky. Can't find that player.
It's happy.
Centre half forward is where the ball is. Leongatha into attack. Leading by 54 points, and we've played 12 minutes of the final quarter.
Adam Yentz just a little bit slow to get up after that stoppage, as Harry got high. Taking the ruck there was Tom North, trying to bust his way out of that one. The free kick again goes to Leongatha, and it's going to go in the way of Jake Van der Plyt. 60 metres out, waiting for his forwards to lead. Hume's on the last line. He's going to go in that direction. Hume's going to get a run and jump at it. He's up. He can't quite mark it. Comes to ground level. Traralgon got some good numbers. Matt North was one of those. Gets it out to Forrest. Defensive 50. Drives it towards the wing area. In the direction of McDonald. Happy can't mark. Numbers favour Leongatha. Heppel's at the bottom of the pack. Drags it in. Lopez was there putting some pressure on. Umpire said, my ball.
Just got to look at the numbers now. Leongatha got
Happy
around the ball.
Happy
see the
beauty.
numbers that came
One
through.
sec, we've got Happy down. He copped a good whack to the face, and no, he's got up, but he's going to come straight to the boundary.
Bit of claret, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so. He'll smile his way through it, I'm sure.
So the umpire will wait for the blood rule. Traralgon can go on at this stage, but they're just going to hold things up. Ambler will come on now for the Maroons as Happy goes into the dugout. Will get fixed up pretty quickly.
You know, Scud fainted once when he got a blood nose out at Churchill. At least Happy's walked off the ground.
Yeah, he has.
Held high.
Free kick to Traralgon inside 50 here, boys, as who's had not a bad day, Daniel Reid, a new recruit for the Maroons. Started off well, just petered out a little bit, but
Yeah, he's been serviceable.
yeah, finding his feet in the Gippsland League. Hasn't been a good day for the Maroons, though. 54 points is the margin. They have kicked the only goal in this last quarter. Reid just shanked that one. It's gone virtually sideways, and in the end lands in the hands of Nagel, who's doing it at both ends at the moment. And he's had a good afternoon for Gippsland Isuzu U. Poppy?
So, defensive 50 towards that outer side. there's not too many times either side have actually found teammates clear and they've played on and their skills have really been tested today for most of the day. Understandable. Been very windy at times. It's been blowing an absolute gale. Then the rain came down.
No breeze now.
No, there's been plenty of pressure throughout the day. But really, it's been one of those days that you're going to walk away if you're a Traralgon supporter, player especially, with a bit of an empty feeling. It's just sort of a nothing game.
Is it one of those things where just Leongatha's just adapted the conditions better? You know, they force the errors. There's
a lot of new faces in the Traralgon side. 25% of the sides playing their first game. It's going to take a bit of time to gel. I thought it would work better than what we've seen, but nevertheless,
a few out for the Leongatha side as well, though.
That's very true.
They've got about 8 or 9 out of this side that would walk up start, I'd think. As we've got a free kick, I think it's all over at Ted Summit and Reserve. It's only 15 minutes gone, but Moe have flexed their muscle down there, Boxer. Give us an update.
I can't give you the update. My phone's been used.
As Van der Plot, what are we watching now?
No, well, someone's got a flat battery, so you're taking your phone.
Doncaster's just about to run.
Thanks very much for the support, Poppy. I'll take over for the next couple of minutes for you. 15 and a half minutes gone. 54-point margin in favour of Leongatha.
I'll do the same for you when you have your pie.
I even went down there and got the charger for you.
Oh, did you?
I can let you know that Moe is 69 and Maul are 44. That was at the 15-minute mark.
More haven't scored this quarter.
With the breeze, apparently. So we're going to ball up half-forward flank here. Leongatha got high. There was a Shepherd on that stoppage. As they're moving in for the 9th at Randwick. As the margin 54 points here.
Not that we're interested at all.
No, well, Poppy is. As the inboard kick goes towards Travis Nash. So Nash has it for Leongatha, slow and steady. Chips a kick to half forward. Marriott will get up and take the mark.
That's just too easy. It's just too easy.
Absolutely it is, Pop. And Marriott took the mark on the 50, and we'll call it an uncontested mark in the end. And it was a slow play. And they've still got Cade Maskell's all on his own just inside 50 as well. Didn't go there. Marriott's going to have a ping. Breeze has subsided a little bit, so he could get the distance. Runs around. The umpire didn't even call play on. I tell you what, and Marriott put it through.
No, well, behind.
Well,
luckily.
It's the best point going around, and the umpires are just going to be quicker on calling play on, surely.
It's just like a statue.
Yeah, they got caught spectating. Yeah, all the players were saying to the umpire, he's played on, he's passed me 10 metres. Can you at least let me move?
Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard is a 55-point lead to Leongatha, 12-12-84, Traralgon 4-5-29.
Marriott's got it again, drives it deep inside forward 50. Hume in the front spot, couldn't mark it, ground level. Working hard there was Forrester. Jacobson always trying to get another stoppage.
It's dangerous forward, Hume. I reckon if he grows into that body a little bit more, he could be a dangerous forward in years to come, I reckon.
Yep.
Poppy's got the punters club going in the last at Randwick.
Second to last.
Second to last, sorry.
Are you in that group, Scud?
No, I'm not in that group, luckily.
Are you, Paul?
No. This is the tip.
No. Well,
stoppage down inside forward 50 for the Parrots. They can't squeeze one out. Jensch gets a handball clearing the stoppage. Marriott does well again. Taps it towards a teammate. Van der Plot handball backwards. Quick kick by Forrester. Top of the square it goes. Traralgon got some numbers. They tap it down nicely. Matt North got it across to Ambler. No one to kick it to. Good work, though, by Corey Stockdale to eventually get in the space. It was a good kick by Ambler as well. Handballed inboard to Matt North. They go back to Corey Stockdale. Stagnant, stopping. Now they get away. Chipping kick. Does it find Jensch? It does, not Jensch. It is Little. Quick handball to McMahon. Inboard kick. We can hear a yes in the background. No. Sold some candy there, did Forrester, and squeezed it up to Cade Maskell, who will just take his time. He gets it out wide. Has found a teammate in Westaway. They go back to Maskell. They're just holding on to it now. As 18 minutes have gone, the margin 55 points.
If anyone could pass the head around for Poppy, he has to get home.
Poppy missed the place with the Villiers. Ran fifth.
You shouldn't sprint your petrol money like that, Poppy.
Yep. Poppy, over to you.
All right, here we go. So the ball now towards forward 50. Nice take at the back. No, play on was the call. I thought Little might have had a piece of that. Leongatha go forward. Tell you what, they've applied the pressure in the last few minutes. They might walk this one right in. No. Tell you what, they had a fairly simple shot for goal. Having another opportunity around the body. Cuts it thin, though, was Easton.
Jordan variety.
Was it? Yep, Jordan Easton. So another score, but not what Leongatha were looking for.
Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, it's a 56-point lead. Leongatha 19 minutes last quarter, and it's 12-13-85 to 4-5-29.
Well, lucky your phone is dead, Poppy, because the Punters Club won't be able to get involved with you, as the ball will have a free kick going Traralgon's way. Dylan Lopez a long way from his centre-half forward spot. I think lost a little bit of structure this afternoon, have the Maroons. Leongatha have been very good, and Verboon nearly got it on the second bite. Tried to get out towards Luther. Jurek working hard was Forrest. Good tackle by Cade Maskell. And we have a stoppage right in front of us here on true centre wing at the Traralgon Showgrounds. 20 minutes have passed, final quarter on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. Sees Leongatha 12-13-85, Traralgon 4-5-29.
So I'm not sure what you get out of this game from here. I think you're just looking to see which players don't give it up. I'm not sure that I'm seeing a whole lot from more than a handful of players at the moment. Leongatha really haven't taken their hand off the knife that's been well and truly turned into Traralgon at the minute. They started to apply it in the third quarter. They gave it a turn late in that third quarter. Nice work. Jackson comes through, feeds it off, went circling to Stockdale. But again, nicely done by Jackson Harry, who hit the ball with intent, busted a tackle and sent Leongatha forward. And now they're going to walk in a goal with probably one of the easiest of the day. No, he made hard work of something that should be reasonably easy, did our friend Josh. But there it is there. Easy as you like.
Jurek to Nagel.
Yeah, I think the goal there, we just deflated the goal itself, because Hume made the contest initially, picked up what he didn't mark, got the ball forward again, and the boys just worked the ball around. Traralgon boys look a little bit tired inside 50 there, and a great goal, and his fourth, I think, today for Nagel.
That's correct. 4 goals. The leading goal scorer on the field. And the Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard sees Leongatha now lead by 62 points, 13-13-91. Traralgon 4-5-29, played 21 and a half minutes.
And just a quick update from down the road. Moe 10-10-70. Maul still giving himself a bit of a sniff, but might be too late. 7-8-50, so a 20-point lead to Moe.
Well, we've travelled 21 minutes in this final quarter. Again, good little tap down there was from Willis. Squeezed it out there, Matt North. Get a handball out wide. Here's Farley. Right foot kick. Goes towards Lopez. Sovereign with a spoil. Lopez with the second bite. They'll pay it as Dylan Lopez marks. Quickly gets it to the top of the square. There's no one there except for Borshman. And he gathers it. Gives a quick handball off. They're under a bit of pressure at Leongatha. Over the shoulder handball there was from Kim Drew. Trying to attack that one was Brodie Easton as well. Traralgon have got numbers, but in the end Easton won it and kicked it directly towards the boundary line. Didn't quite get there. Ty Hurigan in the end takes the uncontested mark, squares it up to Jacobson, who's back on the wing.
Has he been Traralgon's best today, lads?
Yeah, I think Connor Little's been good for them. Been good. As here we speak of Connor Little, who takes the mark in the centre of the ground. Little chip kick to Yench.
Yeah, they've had a handful of good players. Collison at times, North at times, Stockdale at times. No one up forward though. No one in that forward 6 at all. Free kick for shepherding behind the play. Yeah, everyone's having a bit of a look around to find out.
Yeah, Collison's resting down forward, and he's earned himself a free kick.
So Collison now will attempt to put through Traralgon's 5th goal for the afternoon. They were 3
on the mark.
He should walk this one in. No, he's hooked it.
Yeah, well, Jake Mackey just gives him a bit of a slap and says, better luck next time. Minor score on your Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard.
Traralgon now 4-6-30, trial by 61 points. Leongatha 13-13-91, 23 minutes played, final turn.
If nothing else, you don't want to be beaten by 10 goals, do you?
No, and I think haven't won the quarter either, Poppy,
no.
By the way. They're 61 points. It was 59 at three-quarter time. But Westerway has it in his hands. Plays on, of course, as they always do. They've got extra distance now with the new rule. Drives it out towards Willis. Big pack. Quick kick by Nagel. Got it towards Hume. Just dropped the chest mark, but he's got plenty of time. He picks it up, turns around on the right foot. Nice little knee kick to Marriott as Jacobson came the other way. Marriott, as Poppy said before, they're running in waves. They've got some numbers. Goes towards Jurek. Used his body, took the mark. and will go back directly in front. Good body use, good movement. Too easy.
He's settled a lot better now to his early part of his game where he made a couple of little mistakes early. Finding his feet in the Gippsland League, and he's capped off what has been a pretty good day.
He's been good.
Yeah.
Luther Jurek. He's directly in front.
15 disposals for the day for him.
24 and a half minutes. Puts it on its way, and it comes back. It goes through the middle, and that's his second of the afternoon. Leongatha going to win all 4 quarters here this afternoon. They extend the margin. Box up.
Yeah, it's a look. I think if Jake can take a little bit away from this one and work with what he believes were some of his flaws.
What would you take away from this game? It's pretty limited.
It is limited. I think just some more game time into some of the new faces as well. I don't think it's too early to draw the knife out straight away.
No, not at all. It's
really
just it's not as though they've toughed it out and lost by 5 or 6.
I'd be a little bit more positive through the the post game talk and try and pick out some of the stuff they can really work on for next week as well.
Well, they've got a tough couple of weeks in front of them. From memory, I think it's Morwell and Mafra. So, you wouldn't want to be going 0-3 to start this season. And look at that, that's way too easy. Verboon would normally nail that, but he didn't. In fact, Maskell.
Verboon would have.
Yeah, Verboon would have.
But he would have done it from centre half back.
He would have too.
Yeah.
And he can. Has he kicked one today, Verboon?
He's on the bench too.
Not today. They go again. This time Marriott's going to have a flying shot at goal. Goes to the teeth. Jurek's back there as well. We're going to out of bounds on the full. So they try to pepper away to increase this margin again. We spoke about it before the game, boys, didn't we? In last time Jake Best played with the Leongatha side, they won by 120 points in round 1. Did Leongatha. Traralgon come out and beat them in a grand final in that September, but
yeah, things can change.
So there is some things they can take out of it. It is round 1. They haven't played for a while.
Traralgon got some nice players running around out there as well too. So
have they got much in the twos though to come in?
They won convincingly today, not knowing exactly what Leongatha had in their reserves, but
Tim North did run around in the reserves game, but how much more have they got to bring into this side will be the big question over the next few weeks.
And you got to remember too, Leongatha had Scullion playing reserves as well, and he was an integral part of their premiership
Jack
side.
Ganane as well,
and Ganane,
one of their leading goal kickers. Yeah.
Well, so there's a bit for both sides, I think. The upside is for Leongatha with the players they've still got out as well.
And they're currently leading by 68 points to the Parrots. There's a free kick here though, going to the Maroons.
I wonder if they didn't pay the bill for the lights here because they went on for a little bit. And,
we had that surge,
so she might have taken too much power out of it. But yeah, she's getting quite dark and weary here now at the moment. I'll just get an update there for you at Murray.
All right, Daniel Reid has a shot on goal. He is directly in front, only 25 metres out. He chips and pokes at it, and he's put it out of bounds on the full.
You'll think that this game is well and truly over down the road as well. Murray now 11-10-76, 26-point leaders over Morwell, 7-8-50.
Thanks to Carpet Country. Boxer doing great work, helping dreams become a reality since 1981.
Always.
I'm not sure
dreams come true, Daryl.
I'm not sure that's the turnover here. Picked off by Corey Stockdale. He runs into an open goal and gets a consolation one for the Maroons. Boxer?
Yeah, that was good. I missed the whole thing there because I was looking at you,
talking about yourself,
and we were. Well, yeah, I was
making dreams come true.
Unfortunately, dreams will come true. Yeah.
5-6-36 is the Traralgon score. They trail Leongatha by 62 points. They are 14-98, and that's on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
I don't think I've ever been lost for words, but I think I was then.
Well, Boxer did win $3 million during the week with the sale of his pub, so what
It wasn't my pub, for the love of God.
Dreams do come true.
Can I give you an update in the AFL quickly? It's started down at Marble Stadium, and it's the Saints take on the Eagles. 1 straight goal, St Kilda. Eagles 3-1-19.
So ball back in the middle of the ground here. It's certainly fizzed out. 62 points is the margin. Leongatha still win this last quarter at the moment. Willis got his own tap work, drove it to the top of the 50. Big fly over the back was Connor Little. Comes to ground. Snapping around his body there.
Look at this.
Was Petullo, and they got numbers everywhere, Leongatha, and it's Nick Nagel. How could Nick Nagel be free? He's kicked 4 goals this afternoon. He's a key power forward, and he takes an uncontested mark. Are we seeing just too many Traralgon players just attack and try and chase the football and get their
Looks
own.
that way.
It does.
At that stage, it was a 5-on-1 contest.
Yep, and they're just trying to chase the football. They're trying to get it themselves, and they're leaving their opponents free. There was 3 inside forward 50 then, Pop. So Nick Nagel's got 4. He's directly in front. We've travelled 29 minutes. The siren can't be too far away. The lights are off. The cockies are around. You can hear him in the effects mic. Nagel's about to kick his 5th goal right on the siren, and he puts it through, straight through the middle. And Leongatha have absolutely destroyed Traralgon on their home deck in round 1. It ended up being a 68-point margin. It was 15-14-104. Have defeated Traralgon 5-6-36. Well, we're going to send Boxer down into the rooms. We're going to hopefully get one of the stars out of the Leongatha side. The victorious round 1, they opened the account. Not good news as well for Mark Collison, who has ice on his knee as well, hobbling from the bench after this game is finished. But it was all Leongatha. They win by 68 points. We're going to wrap things up after the break. You've been listening to Gippsland Live right here on TRFM. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
Hey, Tim and Joel.
Christopher Fiennes here. I'm doing my press conference outside the beautiful Corinthian Hotel between the Corinthian and the Ministry of Defence, and there was Latika. I said, oh, hi, Latika.
Hearing you say hi Latika in person is like hearing Beyonce sing Single Ladies.
Yes,
that is. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Latika.
That was a real moment for me.
I don't have the booty.
Kate Ritchie, Tim Blackwell, and Joel Creasy. Returns Monday
On TRFM. At Harvey Norman, get 5% back in Harvey Norman gift cards on selected cooking appliances. That's 5% back in Harvey Norman gift cards when you buy selected cooking appliances from big brands Smeg, Bosch, Fisher & Paykel, Westinghouse, Electrolux, Belling, LV and more. Building or renovating an entire new kitchen? Talk to our team now. Conditions, exclusions apply. See in-store for details. Get 5% back in Harvey Norman gift cards on selected cooking appliances now at